Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Game Day with Heavy Cardboard, where we teach, play, and discuss medium and heavy strategy board games, war games, 18xx. I am your host, Edward Euler. Happy to be joined today by a couple of friends.
Hi, I'm Chris.
I'm Shrey.
All right, today we are bringing y'all Signorie, designed by Andrea Chiavesio and Pierluca Zizi, and published by What's Your Game. Now, What's Your Game also kindly provided us with this review copy of the game. So welcome, everybody watching live around the world as well as after the fact. Before we get started, a huge thank you to all of our patrons watching, supporting the show here in studio, all of them out there. Without you all, this ain't happening. So a big, big thank you. Special shout out to Heisen. Say thanks for being a patron, so choosing to support the show. Speaking of which, if you enjoy the content that we make here at Heavy Cardboard, then don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the thumb there, subscribe, and when you do, hit the little bell so you get notified whenever we go live, since this is a live show after all. And if you want to join the herd, you can go to pledgehc.com, like a number of folks have this month, which really, really appreciate. If you think the content that we provide is worth $1 or $2, definitely would appreciate that. All right, before we get started on Signorie, the one thing that I do want to stress is takes place in a Renaissance. There were certain roles that were between the sexes, certain roles for this sex, certain roles for this sex. We don't condone that. It's just the game. We're going to try and teach it as the game is, so keep that in mind. It's not us, it's the game. Okay? Yeah, I think that's a good way to preface that. That said, dice drafting. If you like dice drafting, you very well may like this game. It's a lot thinkier than the rules make it sound. The rules are really not too terribly complex. There's a fair bit of them, but ultimately it's a dice drafting game. And if that's your bag, this probably will appeal to you. So we played this, Shrey and I have both played this a number of times, but it'd been a while until earlier this week when all of us got a play of this in. Also, the last thing that I do want to talk about is there are 4 variants, 3 of which are official, one's unofficial. We're going to be playing with a couple of them tonight, but I'll cover that either as we go along or at the end of the teach and probably at the end of the stream, and we'll discuss some of that during the roundtable as well. I'll bring the cameras down during the teach as well as the chat, so that so you guys can focus on the teach. If you have any questions during the teach, feel free to write them in chat. These guys will probably be monitoring it a bit, and we'll be able to go from there. But other than that, if y'all are ready, I'm mostly ready to be able to teach the game. I kid. And so, without further ado, let's get into Signorie. A moment. All right. So, Signorie. Players take the role of lords, called Signorie, of renowned families in Renaissance Italy. They aim to strengthen their influence with the 6 most prestigious houses of the time by making strategic use of their family members, sending their male family members or men into careers, be it the military, clerical, or political, or onwards to solve diplomatic missions, and then for the female side of things, marrying their women into the 6 houses to form strategic partnerships. The player with the best influence, or who has best influenced the 6 houses, will be the winner. So that's the theme of the game. I'll be honest, not a super strong theme here tonight. However, because the roles of the 2 sexes play a huge part in this game, there is going to be a lot of, send my women here, my men here, that type thing. It's just the nature of the beast. So as far as the components, what is it you guys are looking at? Well, we have the main board, as you can see out here. Victory point track, round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Then, over on the left-hand side, up towards the top, we have a general stock full of family members. We have men and women. The women have, I guess, call it skirts, dresses on, whatever, and the men apparently have pants on, I guess is how we signify that. Then down below that, we have the assignment area. Then below that, we have the dice pool. Then the round track and rewards for each round. You'll notice that the game shows that it's going to be a 7-round game. Then, moving to the right, there are cities. Now, because we are playing a 3-player game, one of the cities is blocked off. So Naples here is blocked off, and we just use these to be able to signify that, hey, that's not available. Which city gets blocked off does not matter in the scheme of things. Then we have the player order track up there. Then the initiative track. Let's be honest, we're probably going to call the initiative track the book track because it corresponds to whenever you get the book symbols there. Then over on the far right side, we have the 3 career tracks, which are political, religious, and military tracks. Then off board, we have a bunch of alliance tiles. That's going to be these tiles here, which are going to be to replace the various families that are going to be out there on the board. Then we have the bank, 5s and 1s. Then we have helper discs, just a huge supply of helper discs, and brides. There we go. So now that we have that, and last but not least, we have the the offspring dice. Mm-hmm. So whenever one of us has offspring, we will roll the dice, and what we roll will dictate the sex of the offspring, be it male or female. All right. Then we have the player tableaus. So our player tableaus here are asymmetric player boards. Now, I say they're asymmetric, but all of this that I'm covering with my hand is all symmetric. The only asymmetric aspect of it are which of the families have to correspond with the various diplomatic resolutions that will be, or diplomatic missions, or when we go and marrying our brides, these are actually symmetric as well. So the only thing asymmetric about our player boards are those 3 tracks right there. So at the top of our boards are dice placement spots, 1 per color, as you can see, and there are 3 actions for each of the different colors. Down below that, we have helper actions. There are 3 helper actions, which vary wildly as far as what the various actions are. Then, over on the left-hand side, you have represents the head of the family or the player themselves. So you and then your sons that can be married to produce offspring to strengthen your family and the available actions that you can take. So as the game progresses, we may get these married and they will go top to bottom, and the top one is implied that we have a bride already on that we all start married already. Then we have the assignment actions and the corresponding alliance tiles that can be claimed based upon which career and what family you're helping. So again, it shows which of these families we're going to be helping for the diplomatic missions as well as for marrying off our daughters. So as far as overview of what it is you're going to be doing, so you're going to be drafting dice to take actions, including starting and advancing men in the 3 career paths, sending them on diplomatic missions, and choosing strategic partnerships with the 6 families by marrying your daughters to those families. So basically, we're going to be drafting dice, placing guys out here, putting them out here onto the various spots, as well as taking our daughters and marrying them off onto the various spots to be able to acquire these tiles, which hopefully will score us points at the end of the game. That's kind of the crux of it, and ultimately where you're going to be getting the majority of your victory points from. However, you'll be getting victory points from a number of different ways and actions. So again, sending your sons on diplomatic missions from the 3 career tracks. Wherever you pull them from, you're going to get that many victory points. So the further up the career paths that they are, the more points you're going to score. Marrying your daughters and paying a dowry. The dowry that you pay will dictate the amount of victory points that you gain. Then advancing up the initiative track, so each round you're going to be able to score some number of points as shown there. Scoring alliance tiles at the end of the game. Again, depending on what ones you have and how many you have, you may or may not be scoring those at the end of the game. Then possibly buying victory points at the end of the game as shown right here. And finally, a few other actions that directly net you victory points from helper actions, as you can see on some of these out there. Whoever has the most victory points at the end of the game wins. All right. So, how do you actually play Signorie? So the game takes place over what is normally 7 rounds. We are, however, going to be playing one of the variants where we're only going to play 6 rounds. But let's just teach it as if we're not. The game takes place over 7 rounds. Each round, players will take their turns in order as shown on the turn order track. Each round follows the same 3 phases, and on your turn, you'll take your entire turn and then play moves to the next player in turn order. This will repeat 4 times, and once all players have taken their maximum 4 actions or passed in lieu of taking actions, the round ends. We do this for 7 rounds. So the 3 phases are round setup, perform the actions, which is the meat of the game, and rewards. So round setup is really simple. Essentially, it's going to be 3 things. We're going to randomly place 1 alliance tile face up on each empty city space. So for whatever ones have been taken, we will go ahead and just, from the supply, go ahead and put out more out there. Easy enough. Each alliance tile represents, like I mentioned, an influential family in that city. It shows the family's crest and a number of victory points on the bottom right-hand corner of each of the tiles. So this one's worth 5, this one's worth 4. They range from 2 to 5 victory points. Now, with less than 4 players, some of the cities are blocked off, and again, what city you block off does not matter. All right. Then we're going to roll all the action dice and separate them into the matching colored areas. 1 die per player, 3 players, 3 dice per. Easy enough. And finally, we will shuffle and randomly place all of the assignment tiles face up on each of the slots of the main board. Now, this happens every round, so you never know until the round starts what assignment tiles will be associated with each individual action die area, okay? All right. So as I mentioned, the second phase is perform actions. That is the meat of the game. So in turn order, according to the turn order track, each player takes 1 turn where they choose either to perform 1 action or they pass. It's important to note that once you pass for the entire round. So there might be a reason why you only take 2, likely 3 actions and possibly forego your 4th action. Due to the number of dice available, a player can take at most 4 actions in their turn. So you'll notice that each of us has 5 spaces in which to be able to take dice. However, the max that we're going to be taking in any given round are 4 actions. If a player chooses to perform an action, there are 3 criteria that they must meet to be able to take the die. Well, first off, it has to have an empty slot. So once you've taken a yellow die, you can no longer take a yellow die. So you can never never be blocked out of being able to take a die. There may be reasons why you may not want to, but you can always take 1 of each color. So it must be empty, number 1. The second thing is you must be able to pay the difference in florins. So for instance, if I were to take this green 2, you'll notice that each of the associated spots has a number on it. That is a base number of florins. The difference between this and this, subtracting, will give you how many florins you must pay. So 5 minus 2, I would have to pay 3 florins. I must have the money available to me to pay, or else I cannot take that die. Whereas, if I had taken, say, this 6 being equal to or greater than 5, I would not have to pay any money. However, there's going to be reasons why you may or may not want to take the higher value dice, even though they give you, quote unquote, free actions. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you have to have the space available. You must pay the difference, if lower, in florins. And the third thing is you haven't already taken 4 actions or passed. Okay, easy enough. Provided that you have done those things, now you have your option, or 3 different options, depending on which action die you took. It has 2 of the same actions for all of the different dice, and a 3rd action available. So the first one we're going to talk about is hiring a helper. That is this symbol right here. This is identical for regardless of the color of die that you take. However, it's going to be associated with a certain row of helpers in which you're going to be able to hire helpers for. So the first thing is you're going to take a helper disc out of the supply. The second thing is, depending on the die, so going back to our example here, I will have paid my 3 florins. You'll notice that this one shows the gray symbol. So that is here. Whereas had I taken the purple one here, you'll notice that that has a red one. So then it would be for hiring one of those 3 helpers. So you pay the amount as shown in florins from your stock. Again, if you cannot afford, this is not a Martin Wallace game, ergo there are no loans, you simply cannot do the action. So if I chose this one, you'll notice that the cost is 2, 3, or 4, and they range from 2 to 4. So some drop as low as 3, and all of them have 4s at the bottom. So if I chose this one, I could choose any of the 3 to be able to do. So I would have to have paid a total of 3 florins for that, and 4 florins for that, for a total of 7 florins. Oh, would you look at there, I have 7 florins. So that would be hiring a helper. The reason that's going to come into play is whenever you take a die, what you're going to be able to do is you do one of the 3 main available actions that you have available, and then you may take any and all helper actions that you have down below for that row. Check that column. Now, the important thing to note is if I had helpers, as it were, in all 3 of these, like so, I do not have to do this action. However, if I choose to forego this action, I must do these in order, meaning I have to do this before I do this, before I do this. So I can't do something here that might make this available because there might be a reason I can't do it. So too bad, so sad. If you choose to do it, this must be the first one, must be the second, must be the third. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, so hiring a helper, easy enough. You pay the difference, or you pay the amount of money there, and then when you do the die, you can do the associated helper action. Let's move on from there. The second one is send your family on assignments. So that is what these little envelopes are here, and you'll notice that they all have different colors associated with them. All right. So over on the left-hand side of the board, you'll notice over there that there are different ones for different dice. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and show you a little bit zoomed in here. So if I were to have taken a purple die and I choose to do the assignment action, you'll notice that there are 2 assignment actions available. As you can see, the top one, the top row are always the female associated actions. The bottom one is always the male associated actions. What that means is I can choose one of those 2 available actions as my main action, not both. If I choose to do the top one, you'll notice on the tile itself, it has a number. It either has a number that says 1, 2, or ... 3. What that means is that is the number of family members of that sex that you must discard to be able to take that action. So looking at the purple one there in the middle, you'll notice that it shows a 2. So what that means is I will have had to have taken 2 females from my personal supply to discard back to the general supply there to then be able to do one of the associated action. And I know it's 1 because it shows a big 1 in the lower left-hand corner. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Whereas the action below it, you'll notice has the ... 3. That means you can discard 1, 2, or 3 of what sex? That is the male one specifically because it's the male associated action. And I can do that action once per male that I discarded back to the supply. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, I will go over those in detail as when we get to the end of the teach over what all those various actions are, but that works identical across the board regardless of which of the actions of the 10 actions that you wish to use. So does that make sense? Can I move on from that point?
Yes.
All right. So then, the third and available action is the Signorie action, or Signoria? I think that's how you pronounce it. The Signoria action. So what that is, if you will, the special action associated with each of the various colors of dice. And this is kind of the meat of the game. So we'll go over each of these in detail. Get 3 florins from the bank. Okay, that one's covered. We can move on. The next one here is getting offspring. So I had mentioned at the beginning of the game, we all have an implied bride for the head of household here. So what does that mean? That means that for each one of the males that we have brides associated with, which I'll explain how that happens a little bit later on, but for each bride that they have down here, you may roll 1 die. So as it is, I would be able to roll 1 die, and you'll notice that I rolled a 6. The number that I roll dictates the sex of the offspring. So whether a 1, 2, or 3 is a female, a 4, 5, or 6 is a male for each die rolled. So if I had rolled, for instance, I had 4 brides and I rolled those 4, you'll notice I will have gotten 2 females and 2 males. What does that mean? I would have taken them from the general supply and added them to my personal supply of offspring. Any questions on that?
No.
Other than how do you get more, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. The next one we'll talk about here is going to be the career paths for the males offspring. So you'll notice you start with 4 males and 3 females. The career paths here are, and let's go ahead and move this on up just a little so you guys can see the career paths. And actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and zoom that out a little. As I mentioned, there are 3 career paths. There is the political, the religious, and the military career paths, and the initiative or the book track, okay? So now that we know which career path we're talking about on that, let's move it back down. This action says you get 4 bumps, or starts, if you will, on any of the 4 paths. So what does that mean? Well, imagine that all of your males are essentially down at path 0 for the respective ones. There's a big pool of them down here. So for those 4, I can mix and match between the 4 tracks out here. So I could, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that would be all 4. All on the political track if I wish. Or maybe I chose to do, say, 1, 2, 3, and maybe 1 up the initiative track. That's legit. Or, just to be able to drive home the point, I could also do that. There is no limit to the number of offspring that any of us can have, so we can each have 3 in the same box. That's fine, no harm, no foul. But as you get bumps up on the various tracks, you choose how they go unless they are specific to a specific track. And as you can see, as soon as one of your offspring reaches this space, you immediately get 2 florins. When one of your offspring makes it up here and makes it onto or hits the book, they get 1 bump up this. And these are going to be worth some number of victory points at the end of the round, and these will reset at the end of the round, whereas the career paths will not reset. They just hang out there until you choose to send them on diplomatic missions. Any questions about that action there?
No.
So, we mentioned diplomatic missions. Well, let's go ahead and talk about the diplomatic missions. And I jumped the gun a little bit. I'm sorry. This one right here. So whenever you take a gray die, regardless of the pip value, as one of your options, you may choose to send one of your offspring on a diplomatic mission, which means from the tracks here out to there. All right. So now let's go ahead and talk about sending them out on a diplomatic mission. To be able to send them out on a diplomatic mission, you must have the associated family crest for which track, whether it's political, religious, or military, that they have a diplomatic mission in which to be able to go out on. What does that mean? So on the political one, you'll notice here, and I suppose I should show you guys here, I have 2 of that crest symbol, one of the Gryffindor, as I like to call it, and the other is the dots right there. So then, when we look up here, we'll notice that on the right-hand side are all of the diplomatic mission symbols. So you'll notice that this icon did not match any from this track, nor did this one for me on this track. So if I want to send, and let's say I just had, say, one there, if I wanted to send someone from here, it would have to be with the one with the dots or the Gryffindor one to be able to claim that.
You can send
You can send them to be able to claim the actual alliance tile, which we'll start with that.
Yeah.
So if I choose to send one of these on a diplomatic mission, the value of the lowest available spot is where you must place them, so all of the ones are available. So you'll notice the numbers over here, 1, 2, 3, and 4, correspond with the 4 numbers that are out here. So this level 1 can go to any of them because level 1s are available, but as these get filled up, you're going to have to ascend in rank within the various career tracks to be able to place them out and send them out for diplomatic missions. Now, even though this guy is highly overqualified to be able to go out, I may want to send him because it's going to be worth 6 victory points versus 1 victory point, or possibly as high as 13 victory points. This alliance tile, this alliance tile is worth 5 victory points, whereas that one's only worth 2. You know what? Let's go ahead and send him. So as the action, I take him off. I send him down to the lowest point value, top or bottom does not matter. I would immediately score 6 victory points for yellow, and then because this tile matched the tile that is over here on my player board, you'll notice right there, I would then be able to claim that tile. If, however, I chose one of the spots that doesn't match this tile, I do not get to claim the tile whatsoever, but I will score the victory points for having sent them out on a diplomatic mission. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. It's also important to point out that when you send men out here on diplomatic missions, they are permanently there. You are peace limited to the number of males and females that you have in the game, and they are there forever, locked up for the rest of the game, so keep that in mind. Any questions on diplomatic missions?
Nope.
All right, so now let's go ahead and move back, not to give you guys whiplash, back to our player board to now talk about marrying off our daughters. So we talked about what the men do, now what do the women do? Well, our female offspring then work somewhat similarly in that it's only a 1-step process, however, for the women. So with the women, they, in a perfect world, you have the freedom to marry them to any of the 6 influential houses. However, you can only claim one of each of the various tiles. So if you take this action, provided you have at least one female here in your personal supply, you then can place them up here following the exact same rules. Place them on the lowest value out here on the various cities, and instead you're going to be taking the left side over here, which are the marriage or the bride side of things, and you would claim the associated tile, provided you haven't already claimed one of that house. So if I want, I could place in there to be able to claim this tile, etc., etc. But if I've already done this one, I can't do that one because it's the same symbol. I could go ahead and marry them, just like with the men, to be able to get victory points. However, I would not be able to claim both of the tiles. So you might be asking yourself, how many points do I get? Well, for the females, you have to pay a dowry. The dowry is a minimum of the value that you placed on there. So in this case, that would be 1
florin.
Thank you, couldn't think of the word. 1 florin for that. However, you can spend up to 4 florins and you score 2 victory points for each florin of dowry that you will have paid. So it's going to be 2, 4, 6, or 8 victory points for each time you marry off one of your daughters. Okay? the minimum that you spend is based on the number that you place, and you must always place on the lowest available. So if I wanted, I could not like block off the 3, for instance, like that. It would go there. I could pay the $3 and score 6 victory points, and then if I did so, I would be able to claim this one, and that one would go down here, etc., etc. And that is all of the available actions that you can take with your dice. Any questions on that?
Nope.
All right. So that's the second phase. The third phase now is the rewards phase. So the rewards are going to have to do with the end of the round, okay? So the end of the round has to do with that track down here at the bottom of the board, as you can see. I mentioned the value of your dice and the value, the pip value, if you will, of the dice, and why bigger is not always better. So you notice that it shows 4 dice up there in the top left-hand corner and 13 as a total value. What that means is in order to qualify for the end of round reward, the total pip value on your player board is a maximum of 13 pips, or value of all of your dice. So this is why you might pass early to forego taking dice so that you stay under that 13 threshold. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Provided that you have done so, then we do a number of things. The first thing that's going to happen here is we're going to score initiative. So wherever we are on this track, hey, score 4 points or nothing here, etc. Then it's going to be rearrange turn order. Turn order will be whoever's highest on the initiative track. So in this case, it would go yellow, then blue, because top to bottom, then purple, and then this would reset. So that's the second thing. The third thing now are the reward tiles. So you'll notice at the very top, first off, you'll see that there is a bride. Provided you hit the threshold, you then get 1 bride from the supply to then add onto your player board, to where now the top person that isn't already married is now married, so that whenever you take the offspring action, you now can roll more dice to be able to get more males and female offspring. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. The last thing that the end of round rewards is going to offer you is a choice. Either 3 florins, because money is awfully tight early on, or take whatever the bonus shows there. So in that case, that is get 2 females from the supply, 2 daughters from the supply. As we go along, 5 bumps on any mix and match of those tracks. That one is to be able a diplomatic mission. That is to
Use a leftover die.
Yeah.
right, which we'll cover that when we actually get there. This is take 1 wild tile. What does that mean? Well, all of the tiles have a family on the back or on the front side, and on the back side they look like this. At the end of the game, to be able to score any of the tiles, there must be a group of 3 for the political, the religious, or the military, or the bride track, or the marriage track. If you do not have a minimum of 3 tiles, you score exactly 0 points for all of those tiles. So these here can fill in the gaps. Oh, I only have 2 on a certain track. Oh, here, this will make it to where now I have 3. And oh, hey, now I can, a minimum of 3, I can now score all of those. And the last ones, as you can see, are for each helper, score 2 points. And for each bride that you have out here, you will be able to score 2 points for that. All right? And you'll notice that you start getting money along with the brides, provided that you kept it under the threshold of 13. We do that over the course of 7 rounds. Then we go into final scoring, which is pretty simple, that anybody that is left out here on the career tracks, divide that number by 2, round down, you get that amount of victory points. And for each row that has a minimum of 3, you're going to score those tiles. Whoever has the most points wins. And that's how you play Signorie. Now, there are a couple things that I think we do need to cover before we get started, which would be all of the assignment tiles. And what do you think? Do you think we should go over the ones on the player boards? Or is that just TMI for right now? So think about that. We'll let the peanut gallery decide that as we go. And we'll go ahead and talk about the assignment tiles. So let's go ahead and bring it back in there. All right. Starting in the top, we'll go top row, then bottom row,
All right.
as it is. So the top row there is do a diplomatic mission, okay? But it costs 2 males, or check that, it costs 2 females because it's in the female row, notice.
Right.
Moving over to the right, this is a really important one. This allows you to take whatever sex that is, in this case it's female, to go ahead and move it down to that 13 space. And for each one that you place down there, that means you no longer need to abide by that 13 threshold. For every person there, you add 3. So in that case, as it is with Chris, he has 2 there. He needs a total pit value of 19 or less to be able to get the end of round reward. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, moving over. Marry off one of your women, okay? One of your daughters there. Then moving over, that is move up the book track 2 steps for each one that you discard to a maximum of 3. That is advance or place onto the career path for the religious side, again, up to 3.
And then
Same thing for the military
Same for
and the political. There we go. This is change the sex of your offspring. Basically, if you don't like your son, get rid of him, turn him into a daughter. Don't like the daughter, turn him into a male. Or for whatever, for thematic reasons
Right.
for the game. That is take 2 florins for each person that you discard, up to 3. And take a bonus tile, which is, again, this side, without looking at what that side is, just take that and add it onto any of the tracks. So that is the various assignments. Where those end up each round will vary, and there's that. And nobody said anything, so I think we just go ahead and we'll cover the...
go ahead and say what we're taking when we take it.
When we take it, and we'll
Right.
call it good. So, with that said, let's go ahead, reset up everything, get started, take all my people back, put the dice out. And because setup does matter for money, we did actually randomly set up things so that we decided that Chris is going to start. And how many do you start with? It's 4, correct?
Yeah.
4 and 3.
You should have
Yeah, 4 and 3.
one lady
Oh, wait,
somewhere.
I did that wrong. There we go.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So with that said, let me go ahead and bring up the chat and the cameras. I guess there were no questions. Hey, Nuno's here. Hey, Nuno. Jess is here. Hi, Jess. Franny, Tony. Wow. And everybody else watching. Hello. You know what? I think I like this one better. So if there are things that you guys would like us to zoom in on, otherwise we're going to keep it here. We think this is a little bit crisper. We'll keep it here. If you guys specifically want us to zoom in on various areas, let me know. We can do so. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. Over under 3.5 glory to Rome's, and place your bets. Talk
Okay.
about the variants too.
Oh, yes, we're doing a big variant.
Yeah,
We should mention that.
there is a biggie. So there are 4 variants. One's called Shorter Season. It's an official variant, which means game's only 6 rounds instead of 7. We are going to play with that. However, we're going to vary the variant. The variant normally is the first round, that tile doesn't exist. You actually just skip the first round. The better idea is instead we're just going to kind of merge the 6th and 7th round to where that's actually going to be just 1 round, so it'll be the 6th round. But after you've done everything for the end of the 6th round, you then will do this as a end game scoring bonus, and you get to do this, which is turn in 5 florins for 5 points at the end of the game. So you essentially can do this twice at the end of the 6th round. It's universally accepted as that's probably the better way to play the game, so we're doing that. The other one that we are, which is a complete house rule, house-made variant from just BGG, I guess, is the Alliance tiles. Any ones that aren't taken, we're just going to wipe and refill all the
Right.
cities instead of just the ones that were taken. The other 2 that we are not playing with, Open Gates, meaning once a city is full, it's full. Open Gates says, no, you can still send them as if they were value 4. We think turn order should matter, so no, we're not playing with Open Gates. I don't think we universally
Right,
agree
yeah.
that's the case. And the last one is private messages, which I think would be pretty vicious,
Yeah.
which is if somebody takes an assignment tile, oh, hey, nobody else can use it that round,
Right.
whereas that isn't normally the case. We're not playing with that one. So 6 rounds, and we're going to wipe all those tiles. That's what we're playing with.
Yep.
All right?
There you go.
All right, cool.
All right.
Here we go. Hey, Gaurav. Hey, he's alive. I'd heard rumors of his demise. Welcome back, Gaurav. You are very well missed.
Very well missed.
All
Hi,
right.
everyone.
All right.
All right, let's play the game.
Let's play.
Yeah, great. I'm taking this 4 green tile. Let's
Yep.
see where everything is on there.
Oh yeah, you're.
So we're going to place it on 5. It's 1 off from 5, so I owe $1.
Or florin.
Or 1 florin, or €1, or whatever. 1 game money.
Yes.
I'm going to move up 4 on the tracks.
Okay.
So we're going to go send some gentlemen off to be educated, I guess. So what did I want? We're going to move at least 1 there. We're going to put maybe a guy there. And then I think we're going to put another one here and move up. So that's 4 bumps. So it's like 3 entered and then 1 moved up. So that's the total of the 4
3
bumps I got.
2 remain. No.
And that's it.
All right. Cool.
And there's no helpers yet, so that's the end of my turn.
All right. So next in turn order, Shrey, you're up. And by the way, Chris got 6 florins, 7 and 7 respectively for that. Okay. All right.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, a lot of votes. Oh my gosh.
So I'm going to take the other high blue die or green, or teal, aquamarine. I don't know.
Aquamarine.
I like
yeah,
aqua,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So I do not have to pay any money since it's higher, equal to or higher, and I'm going to put a helper down. Thank you.
Altoid.
Yeah. So I'm going to spend. Yeah, I'm going to spend $2 and invest in the future.
Might as well start a bank.
we'll start a bank over here.
Yeah.
And so this helper will, whenever I run a gray die, will give me just three florins, which is nice.
Money's good in this game, I hear. And yeah, the reason we're not playing with the with that meaner variant, honestly, is these are the generally accepted variants. So the 6 rounds, and then honestly, this one doesn't really change a whole lot. It just adds a little bit of variety to it.
Right.
That's it. And so that tiles don't
With
stagnate.
a smaller
That's
player
it.
count, it kind of stagnates a little.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
can.
it can.
So there you go. All right, so what are we looking at here? Those yellow dice are prohibitively expensive in a sense that they're a lot of pip value and they're always free. So the yellows kind of suck. So going last also kind of sucks. So you know what? The only one where it's really limited, nobody can take that aquamarine die anymore, the green one, because they each have taken one. So that's mine. There's no rush on that one. So what I'm thinking is that purple 2 looks awfully tasty to me. So I will go ahead and take that purple 2, sir. And you'll notice that 2 from 3 is going to be 1 florin there. So now what do we want to do? So again, I don't have anybody on the career paths. Oh, check that. That is for being able to marry. I hadn't planned on doing that, I'll be honest. I planned on placing out a helper. Yeah. But being able to be the first out there and to be able to get that 5 value, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to do the actual assignment, which is the bride one. So it says that I have to discard 2 of these back to the supply. So those 2 will go back into the supply. You don't have to keep them super pretty. It was real pretty at the start, though, wasn't it?
It was beautiful.
So then I must have 1 left to be able to actually place out there. I will go ahead and place it out there. It does not matter which city because we have access to all 6 families to begin with. So I will go ahead and...
That's the highest point one, but
Yeah.
that's the second.
So I have to pay at least 1 florin. But you know what? Let's hedge. Let's go ahead and pay 2 florins. Okay? So 2 florins, that'll be 4 points for yellow, and I get to claim that tile. And that is, I'm on my way to being able to have a minimum of 3 of them. Okay? All right, there we go. Done. Chris, you're up.
Cool. Yeah, the dice are a little brutal. So
Yeah.
here's what I'm thinking. I'll think out loud. No rush to take one of these 3s. They're all
Right.
3s. No rush to take one of these. They're both 6s. So if I want to get into yellow, I might want to take that 4 if I want to get into yellow. And it's nice. Gives you $3, and money's important. So that's that. And I have invested some guys out there already, so if I want to send them on a diplomatic mission, no one else has yet, so I'm not in a hurry to do that. So I think I'm going to take the 4 yellow. No, I've turned it into a 6. All right, 4 yellow. And I'm just going to take $3 and be a little bit boring about it.
Okay.
But I
boom,
think
done.
that'll be helpful.
Incredibly boring. I will take a gray 4 for similar reasons. I can wait on the 3 reds, and I think I will be taking the 3 red at some point. So I will take that 4. I will double check something. Yep, I'm going to get another helper. Can I get another?
Another Altoid?
Another Altoid, thank you. And it's tempting to
Easier to see on the camera.
to get to put one of these down over here. So I think my choices are either one of this one or this one. I like the book track because turn order can be really important,
Especially late in the game.
Yeah. This is also really nice because it gives you bumps according to the pip value of your die on the specific track that it is.
Yep.
I think I'll spend less money to start with, so I'm spending 2. So can I get 1 more from there? So I get 3 back. And then, because I have a helper here, I get 3 more money. I should have just, yeah. Thank you.
And yeah,
Wait,
I
no,
forgot to get chips. I apologize.
That's where it should be.
So that's why we're playing with cardboard money, because I was focused on setting everything else up, getting the camera programmed, and yeah, my bad.
They're just 1s and 5s. It's not complex.
And Martin's not here, so I won't get yelled at. Okay. Well, all right. Well. Oh boy.
Yeah, Scott, I agree with you. I think the helpers are important early. But
Well, you usually lose, so there's that.
yeah, I don't know.
We'll see.
I think last game we ended up with about the same each.
Number of helpers,
6,
yeah.
8, 11.
Not the same
I'm
score.
good on that.
Not the same score. No. No telling who.
I'm going to take that gray 4, 4, so I don't owe anything, and that's a reasonable number there. Then I have no daughters left, so I cannot do the top action over there. I can only do the bottom, which is to get more money, which not a terrible idea. I cannot do the main action, which is to be able to do a diplomatic action because I have no men on the career paths yet. So instead, I'm going to back that up. And I'm going to take the 2, even though it's not a huge rush because I kind of have it locked down. So that's going to cost me a total of 3 florins.
That's expensive.
It really, really is. So now I have a choice. I either go ahead, I cannot afford it. So I will go ahead and do the career track. Yes, I will do the career track. So that's going to be 4. So because everyone has already done blue, there's 1. And 2, 3, and you know what? It's early. 4. Let's go and get somebody started on everything. Boom, done.
Spread them out,
There we
spread
go.
them out.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
All right.
Okay.
I'm happy this is still here, this 2, because that'll allow me to stay under 13 with that 3 that I'm
Planning on
planning
taking
on
over
taking,
there, yeah.
right? So I owe $2 for that because that's a 2 on the 4 spot. And then that allows me to send a gentleman on a diplomatic mission.
Okay.
As that will say. The highest value tile is the Gryffindor one here. And my clergy track wants a Gryffindor. So I can take either one. It's 1 or 2 points different. I'm going to take the 1 point because that guy has room to grow. So he's going to come off here. He's going to go to Rome, and
So
then I'm going to get that tile. And I'm
1
going to
point
get
for blue.
1 point for blue. There we go.
Easy enough. Boom, done. Sir.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna do.
And remember, if you guys want us to zoom in on anything in particular, just let us know, okay?
So I'm gonna take this purple 6.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, so you're already at, what is that, 16?
Yes.
Which means he's blown past the 13.
Right.
However, I imagine he has plans,
Yes.
i.e. that red die.
That red die,
Exactly.
and I am not going to be spending. I need to hold on to at least 2 of the female meeples. All right, so I'm going to pay. This is going to be expensive. I'm going to do it. I'm going to pay $4. Can I get another helper? So I'm going to pay $4 to put this down here, 4 florins, and get 1 change.
And then you took the purple die.
Oh, right, and then I get 3 on the book track. Thank you for reminding me.
You are purple.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. And that's all right. Well, okay, so I'm at 4, assuming I'm going to take. If I were to take one of the yellow dice to take 3 florins, that would give me a little bit of flexibility to then be able to add helpers out on either the purple or the yellow track if I wish to do so, and I think I do. So I think I will. So 4, 9, 13. That works out. Let me get the yellow 5, please. So we are foregoing doing the red action, and the reason I'm doing that is because I have no daughters to marry off right now, and I have no money right now to be able to do. Oh wait,
You're going to get $3.
I will get 3, and I still will be able to. Yeah, I'm figuring this right. So I will go ahead and take the $3 or the 3 florins for that. 1, 2, and 3, and boom, done. And it will keep me under, whether it's a 3 or 4 that I take, it does not matter, I'm going to be under 13.
Right. And this red 3 will keep me exactly at 13. And what I'm going to do with it is place a helper disc onto the yellow row. And the one I'm placing it on costs 3.
This
My
is
2
going to
change,
look oddly familiar
right?
to my action.
And it says, if you can't see, I get 3 bumps on either one of the 3 main tracks. Mix and match.
Okay, and then I will take one of these red 3s and put it right here. I don't have to pay any money because it's higher than the 2 value on the board. I will. Right. I'm going to do an assignment. So
Yes.
I wonder which one I'm going to do. Perhaps
probably
this
that
one.
right? And you can place up to 3.
So I will place 2. So
Which
they go
means-
down there, which will take my threshold to 13 plus 6. So it's 3 each for the meeple. So that's 19, which happens to be where I am. 12.
19, yeah.
Yes, 19.
Confidently, yes.
Yeah, right. Important to note that these will wipe at the
Yes.
end of every round,
Yes.
so he's wasting them in a sense to
Right.
be able to get that bonus.
What I'm
though.
getting out of it is I'm getting the 2 back for the bonus, but I'm also getting this white the white meeple, the bride, because that'll be good for the future.
Correct.
So, and I also get to run this helper, which is move up on the politics track 3 spaces, the die face. So I take one of these and put it right there.
Now he could place 3 on the 1.
that's true.
Or a 1 on 1, 1 on the 2.
I'm going to do a 2 and a 1.
Okay.
All right. And I will also take the red die, 3 being higher than 2. I don't need to worry about paying. I will do that. That's going to be a total of 3 florins. 3 florins to get a helper to do the exact same thing that Chris did.
All right.
All right.
Similar start.
All right. So at the end of the round, we then score initiative. Nobody scores anything. However, it's going to go purple, yellow, blue now. And these will reset.
Okay.
All those will wipe. All the dice will come back.
Should we get our rewards? I want my reward.
Yeah,
let's probably do
I want
that.
my
Okay,
reward.
all right, fine. So everybody hit 13 or less, or
Right.
in Shrey's case, 19 or less.
Yeah.
So, and the brides always go top to bottom. The reason is 2 victory points, 5 victory points for that. And then
And new play order, because it might matter later.
Right. Do you want 3 florins or do you want the or the 2 descendants.
I only have 2 Florins, so 3 would be nice, but I think I only have one female descendant, so I will take 2 of those meeples.
That's actually an
Actually, an
interesting
interesting
decision
decision.
right now.
Yeah.
seeing as I
Money-
only
money
have
is tight.
one.
I have 3 ladies
I have
and $3. So
I have none. So yeah, I think I need the 2 daughters.
I feel like I might regret it, but I think I want
The money.
the $3.
Ooh.
I'm gonna do the
Money,
$3 just to be
money.
different than everybody else.
Wow.
There's offspring to be had later.
All right.
So we all have our assigned roles. We discussed this before the stream.
So
Yes.
yeah,
I'm the dice roller, so
so we shuffle all of the
Lots of
assignments
nice low
and
numbers.
then just grab a couple.
All right.
that's a friendly teal spot.
Now you do have to face the dice and put them in order. That's the only.
That's fine. You want numerical order?
Yes,
Yes.
obviously, left or
Yes,
right.
sir.
I mean, that's how we read. A lot of time went into setting that up to make
Well,
it
this
look
is
pretty. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just
this is the non-pip dice.
yeah. Oh, which
Thing, right?
don't you? You know, we're gonna have a talk about this.
Why don't
yeah.
we show this now? Let's
Oh yeah, I get. Yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
a good point. Let's go
and then-
ahead
and
so
these
we
are going
can.
away,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. All right, so we have the new assignments. As you can see, you see the pip value of everything. The grays are a little hard to see in this.
Yeah,
but
it's a 1, a
yeah,
3, and a
3, and
4.
a 4, right.
Yeah.
Everything else, 1, 1, 4 for the purple. So as you can see, it's going to potentially be an expensive round with a lot of those low pip value dice out there. Potentially.
That's how I roll low.
You really say, yeah, right. Historically speaking. So there we go. Okay.
All right, and purple is your honor.
Yep.
Yep, I'm just checking and incredibly sad by the draw of the tiles.
And that was just random,
Yep.
just in stacks. So
Wow.
why are you sad?
Because I only have political people out here, and what I need is the yellow, white tile, the
The squiggly one. Okay.
None of them
the-
out there.
Oh,
the
that
floated
needs to be on the other side.
Yeah, I need this one, the fleur-de-lis,
Oh, wow, none
or
of them
the
are out there.
of the Gryffindor tile. So none of them are in the appropriate space.
Bum,
That's-
bum, ba, ba.
Oh, right.
Do something else.
Christopher, wait, wasn't the never let Chris roll the dice the
Yes.
conclusion of the beta colony?
Beta colony stream.
Yes. Impressive memory, Christopher.
that's what that was.
Yep. So.
Chad has the statistics on that probably still. Mine was blown.
Wow, what do I do in this case?
Now you can still do that. You just won't get the tiles. for it,
Right.
Right.
That's
Well, then just bump up the track and not worry about it this round, right?
Bump up
To
the
where they're
track.
worth more victory points.
I could just forego
Yeah.
that action. If I do that, what do I do instead with my?
What do you do instead?
What do you do?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think we'll
What is it
do
you
this.
here.
Oh, money is just too tight right now for me.
Money is tight. Ain't no doubt about it.
I should have taken the $3. Oh goodness. I'm sorry. This is.
Well, you're fine.
No, got to set your round off on the right track.
I think I will take this TL5, put it right there, and move up on tracks. And do I just put out a couple more guys? Do I need? I might need the guys later. Oh wow!
For your favorite
Yeah.
tile
For
over
it
there.
being such a mechanically relatively simple game, man, the decisions in this can be brutal.
So let's see what we do have out here. We have polka dots.
And
Keys.
that's why you don't use that variant exactly to be able to double up on the same one. Yep.
All right. So I will put one person out I have 4 movement, so 1 person out is going to be on the religious track. Going to start there. I will do 2 bumps here, because that's going to give me $2, 2 florins. Yay. So that's 3 bumps. And the 4th, good question. I'll bump this up. No, we'll bump this one up. All right, done.
Yellow.
Yep. The question is
Yellow.
the order of which what we do. I'm going to choose the red 2 for that, and I will go ahead and do the Signoria action. I will get it right eventually if it kills me. So I will go ahead and send her out there. Minimum dowry is 1. Well, that's a good thing because I'm broke. So 2 points there, and I will take that one, and we are 2/3 of the way home at a minimum to be able to score that at the end of the game. Feeney.
Mr. Feeney. All right. I'm taking this juicy yellow one.
I didn't mind taking a higher number for that because I knew I was going to take some lower numbers.
There's a lot of low numbers out there.
Yeah.
But the yellow ones are not. The yellow ones are the only high ones, which
That
is
is correct, but I really wanted that 2 specific for that one. So
I'm going to take more money, $3, because I love money, and then I'm going to do 3 bumps on some of these career tracks.
and notice the difference between that one and that one,
It
which
just
is
doesn't have the book.
correct.
Yeah, I could get more money with that guy.
Hey, Luke, Australia in the house.
Howdy, Australia. We're going to go. Well, why not? 1, 2, get 2 more bucks.
Because money's good, I hear.
I'm just going to set myself up with money and then do something.
Not
with
have to worry about it
it.
then, yeah.
And then do I want to put a guy? I'm going to hold on to that last guy. Just in case my offspring aren't friendly. Then I'll move this guy up 1. All right, I'm going to move that up 1. All right,
Done.
done.
I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to take a gray die. Do I take the 4 to pay no money, or do I take something lower to try to reach the threshold or stay under the threshold?
5 bumps.
Right.
Awfully good.
That's
for the
really good.
round, right?
That's big points, maybe.
I am worried that even if I take the 3, I'm still not going to be able to be under the threshold since I have a 5 here.
So take the 1. You got the money.
I don't want to spend $3. That's a lot of money. So
Well-
I'm just going to take the 4. So I'm going to take the 4. I will send one of my meeples on a diplomatic mission. It'll be the one that will get me a tile.
It's not that important yet.
So it is from the religious track, and my religious track wants polka dots, bumblebees, and fleur-de-lis.
Go with it. Go
The
with
classic Italian families.
it. I hope Mariano and Veronica are watching for that.
So I will go here, and I'll take the polka dots.
It's pronounced polka dots.
Oh, yeah. So he's going to do his. Actually, you could do it on the left side of your board. That translates directly, correlates
so
directly
right
over.
there.
So, yeah, just. Or you could scoot your player board over, I realize.
Yeah.
There's a good
Let's
amount
do
of room
that.
there to do that.
Well, because, again, the difference between that one and that one, right?
Yeah.
So there we go. Okay. So, all right. So I had a plan. I guess yeah, stick with it. Let me get the yellow 4, please, because somebody's broke. So we'll take 3 florins, but we would never let
Oh.
it. Oh, and,
I
sorry.
should have gotten 3 money for that.
You should,
Yes,
correct,
gotta
for
get-
your helper action.
Yep.
So there we go. There's the 3, and then here I get 3 bumps. However I wish to take them. So now what I'm doing is I'm looking at my various tracks. So here, let's go ahead and I won't zoom in.
Let's do a zoom.
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring it in so you guys can see. So since I have everybody on, I have 1, 1, and 1. We're looking out here. And looking out here on the right-hand side, we have a bumblebee, which is, this, it is, there's that one. There's one of these that's available, but that's one possibility on the military track. Then that symbol is there. There's that one available, and there are only one of those available. So I'm thinking we focus more on this track because 2 of those symbols are out there, so it buys me a little bit of availability.
Well, remember that with the wiping that were this variant, that were the wiping.
Well, no, I'm saying for this round.
Oh, okay.
Specifically.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the political track on that. So moving up here, I think because I get 3 bumps on that, I think 1, 2, 3 makes sense, and it'll help me to where I'll go ahead and get 2 florins to boot, because did I mention I'm broke, or was broke. So there we go. End of my turn. Done. It is now Chris's turn. Okay?
Nice.
Yeah.
We're gonna take one of
Sorry.
these.
Thanks.
We'll take one of these aquifers. Pay $1 because it's 1 less than 5. And then we are going to do a gray assistant. We're just going to
Diamond Jim
We're just
over
going to
here.
keep making money. $2 for that one.
All
There
right.
we go. Turn
Right.
complete.
Just counting my. So that would be.
The polka dots are Medici. By the
Oh,
way,
sure,
family.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that one actually we know.
Yeah.
Heard of that one?
We'll go with that. So I'm thinking either I take a purple 1, since it's available. I don't know if it'll stick around long enough. I don't know if these guys are. Nobody's taking a purple die. I don't know if I need to worry about both ones going away. That's what I think I need to figure out.
I would say the odds are in your favor that doesn't happen, but it could.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. All right. Continue. Continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snake and
yeah.
stuff. Oh, yeah.
Since I have helpers in purple and red, I feel like I'm going to end up taking purple and red. It's just which of the dice do I want? 14, 15. I think I'm going to take this purple 1 now. And with it,
We'll pay something.
I will.
You owe some money
You
for
owe
that.
2 florins for that.
Yes, thank you. 2 florins. And. Yeah. I'm going to use my favorite assignment tile. This guy
Love
yet
that.
again. I love that tile.
He watches where that comes out every round. Okay, where's that? I need to be able to plan on that.
So I will pay 1 meeple over there.
Max of 16 now.
Yeah.
that you-
This is in the guy spot now, so we put a guy.
Yep.
And then I will, and then I get 3 bumps on the book track. And that's my turn.
All right, Yeller.
Yeah. I think we do that. And then we do that, I think. Well, what I'm debating is whether or not to 4, 10, oof, oof, oof. I think the order in which I do things does matter. Actually, maybe it doesn't. Hold on. 7, 11. Oh, no, I'm good. But do I forego getting more? Because I only have 1 of each. Oh, that's brutal. So, okay, thinking out loud. I definitely want to do green to be able to bump up the tracks. However, I also kind of set myself up to do this as that. But if I do, then I forego the offspring. And then when you look at what's going to be at the end of the round, it's going to be 5 more bumps for that. So if that's the case, if I want to add more people onto the career tracks, I need more people, which means I need to have offspring. Well, if I have offspring, I need to be able to take that 1 because then it gives me the flexibility to be able to take that 4, to be able to stay underneath the or no higher than 13. Ergo, that has made my decision for me. I will pay 2 florins to be able to do that. And now I will go ahead and go into labor, as it were. So I take 2 of the random dice here, and because I have 2 here, so awesome, and by awesome I mean terrible.
2 ladies.
2 daughters,
young
and the
girls.
reason I'm lamenting that is because right, wrong, or otherwise, they can't go onto the track. So that was kind of a wasted action for me.
Well, you'll use them eventually.
I will, but not for what I was planning on.
Sure.
So hashtag roll better. Okay, got it.
All right.
And the swapping of sacks is the yellow die, which I've already taken for that.
That's 7. I'm at 5. Sorry, I'm adding prematurely. I'm at 5. If I take that 3, I'm at 8, and then I can take either one of the 5 or the 4, and I'm not over. So we're going to take this gray 3, pay $1. We'll end up getting $3 back, but we'll do that second. And then we're going to remove a diplomat from his career path and put him onto
A diplomatic mission.
whatever. I'm just okay. So let's see what the point. So the most points is that purple keys,
Which is
which
the
I
Pope,
do
apparently.
have for this track, and then
So if
for
you be
3
in Rome.
points I can do the one we think is Medici. I think with the circles.
With the dots, yeah, polka dots.
What I'm thinking is, with these 5 bonus points, I can get this guy that's already halfway up, like, to be worth a lot of points next round.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to take the guy that's worth 1 point now
So
in the
1 point
religious
for
track,
Blue.
and the one
Yep.
that he wants is that one there. So you can give me that. Thank you.
Tile.
There you go. And
And
then I
you
got
got three.
$3. Put 2 back.
Oh,
All right, Shrey.
I forgot to get my point when I removed the guy and sent him there.
Okay.
It was just a 1.
All right.
Okay, I will take this 5. So that puts me at 15. So I'll be under the threshold.
Of 16,
Yeah.
yes, for you.
And I double checking. Yeah, so I'm going to send a lady out on
Or to get married.
Yeah, to get married. There's a 3-pointer, 3-pointer, and a 2-pointer.
I would recommend the 2-pointer.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Must be something to that.
I think
Go with 2.
I'm going to do this one, spending only 1 florin, so I'll get 2 points for it. And the reason I'm taking this one instead of this one is I feel like we've seen more of the keys than we have seen the more of the Pope versus the what was this one again?
The snakes and stuff.
Milan,
Yeah.
snakes and stuff.
Yeah, it's the,
It's the technical term.
yeah.
Thank
So-
you, PPK, for the,
Yeah, thank you. That was.
for the icons.
And so I got my points. I paid my money, and then I do this. So because it's a 5, I get. Oh no!
Nothing. No.
I plan.
What do you got?
No,
No, you're great.
here.
You're fine.
Oh,
Fine, yeah.
okay. I
No, you know what you're doing.
scared me for a second. So I will. So I get 5 bumps. I could get 2 here, which would get me at 2 points. So I'm definitely doing that. That's 2 of them. 3.
Get $2.
4,
Why
right.
not?
Hard to pass that up.
Yeah.
And then one more. Because he has no more male descendants,
Yeah.
ergo he cannot place out there.
So I will keep pushing this one up.
Okay.
So if you, I don't know if that's easy to tell the numbers out here, but it goes
So 1 through 7.
1 through 7, and then it jumps by 2, so 9, 11, 13.
Yep. Oh, well, I'm going to get 5 bumps. So the question is, this cost me 3 florins to do this. I'm about to get 2 florins at the end of the round, but I would only have 2 florins, which means it really limits what helper actions I can do. I think I end up going this route, and if I do that, I think I get the bumps. Yeah. All right. So I will take the 4. I will pay 1 florin for the privilege of doing so. I get 4 bumps. The book track really isn't that important to me, I don't think. I assume he's going to take the purple, and I don't think he's going to get any book bumps out of that, so I should stay second here. So I have 4 bumps total. Money is good. So why don't we go ahead and go 3 and 4 there, and that'll give me 2 florins. Done.
Yeah, let's take the purple as predicted. I'm gonna wait to make offspring, and instead I think I'm only getting 2 now. I have 4 dudes. So I think I'm taking an Altoid, aka a helper. I'm gonna pay $2 for that one there. And this says, so anytime I do the red action, I'll get a point per guy out on the map.
Male specifically that's been on a diplomatic mission.
Guy,
Yes.
dude.
All right, so that's it. So now, score points for this. Purple gets 2. That will reset,
And this
stays in the
stays the
same
same.
order. And now we get our end of round. Everyone has qualified. I'm at, 11? What are you?
For 12.
And
Okay.
I'm at 15, but I have the
So everybody is going
bonus.
to get a bride. There. And everyone will get 2 florins as well.
I'll
Yep.
take 2.
Because as what's shown there. I suppose we could do that. And then everyone's going to get, as you can see there, 5 bumps on any of the tracks, any mix and match that you wish, etc., or 3 florins. So we start out, we go Shrey, me, then Chris. So starting here, assuming the assignment track. So here we go. It is your honor, Shrey. You have no men in supply.
Right, so it's entirely this. So I could just get this guy to the top and then 2 more bumps. It seems like a reasonable thing to do.
Probably what's going to
So
happen.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and because I hit a book.
Preemptive
Yeah.
for next round.
Yes.
I do have somebody, and I plan on this guy coming off there. So I think that's 1. Money's good, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. There. And that'll be 2 more florins, so I'll take a 5 and put 3 back. Done. And Chris.
Spots are getting filled. I have a guy left, so he
You
can
have
come
1.
on the board if he wants. It's also tempting to just push that guy straight to the 13 spot. I'll be on top of the initiative track for a brief moment.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. It's 5 away. I feel like he's got to go out there. So we're gonna move him. So it's three bumps to get to the 2 level, and a lot of these spots are already needing 2.
2 level meaning right there.
So when you
yeah.
pull them off, that they go to the
Yes.
2 spot out here.
Yep.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like that. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'll be on top there.
All right, so then we flip the tile, the end of round tile.
This just comes off.
And then everybody do your job. So here are those dice. Top to bottom, right to left. Oops.
And first 2 1s and the most expensive pip value. And 4.
That's
All right.
All right, so now let's
See
go
what we
and
ended up
see.
with.
Here, we'll start off actually here in the assignment, so just so everybody can see the tiles that came out.
Yeah, let's look.
3s. The only 5 is up there in Venice, on the bride side of Venice, the top one.
this one.
Yep. Then there's only 1 4 as well, which that family, the fleur-de-lis, so that's France on both. Then over here for the assignments, here we go. So what do we have?
This guy should be.
So yeah, that's terrible for the aquamarine.
Mm-hmm.
A huge disparity on the yellows.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, gonna be an interesting round. Where's the Shrey tile? On red.
Right here.
All right. Okay.
And the bonus at the end of the round, worth mentioning, there it's on the screen, is you get to do a diplomatic
Yep.
action.
So you want to have someone over
You want to
here.
make sure that somebody is available. Right.
Yep.
For diplomatic. Take care, Franny.
All right, purple.
So before it goes, I'm going to send someone on the career path out on the diplomatic mission. So
Sounds like a gray die.
it's a gray die. Which one do I take? It's the one of the three. I think I'm going to take the one and pay. So I'll pay $3.
You will pay.
So I'll pay 3. I'm going to be getting it back in a second. So I'm going to send a person on a diplomatic mission. So it is going to be this one. So
13
points.
Well done there.
18. He's going to go right here because I need this fleur-de-lis.
And that
so it
came
is,
off the political track.
which is right here.
And yep, checks out.
And then I will get the $3 back because of that.
$3 back.
$3 back.
Pop, pop.
So if I want to do the red die, the 3 is the one that I want, obviously. Lower pip value, it's the only one available. I think I do. I seem to be leaning into that right now. So, yeah, let's go ahead. Let me get the
3?
red 3, please. So it's higher than the number, so I won't owe anything. I have a surplus of daughters. So now the question is, where do I want to send them? And it sure seems like I want to send them up to Venice. So let's go ahead and put that up. Now, the question is, how much do I spend on the dowry? The minimum is 2. You know what? Let's just do the minimum of 2. So that's going to be a total of 4 points for the dowry. And more importantly, and now I will score that for sure, and that's going to be 13 points at the end of the game because I have a minimum of 3 for that. Plus, I'm looking at this for endgame scoring. I'm right now at 6 points. However, I'm lagging behind on the Altoid scoring as well. So there's that. All right, Chris, you're up.
Okay.
And you can have up to 6 tiles down there.
Correct, because 6 families.
yeah, 6
well, you
families.
could have more with the wilds
Right,
as well.
right. And they all score once you hit 3.
Yes, for that specific row.
Taking a yellow 1. Similar
yeah.
to last round.
That's
Because, well, do I want $3 or now I can
simplifying decisions.
choose one of those or I can build one of these teal things. Let's see.
So is this making sense to everybody at home?
4-ish.
You guys able to follow along? Moving along at a pretty good clip. We're in the 3rd round. We're playing 6 rounds. So yeah, moving along pretty
Approaching
well.
halfway. $3 is good. If I have this, that'll get me $3. I'm not going to pay much for that. All right, I am going to pay $3 for a assistant, and it's going to be this one that allows me to do the bride action, but it can get you a wild tile. rather than
Correct.
what
So
else
you
is out
don't take anything from the board. You take it from the supply.
And it's a 1-point
Right.
tile.
there. Right,
it stays
and
down.
I get 3 bumps up here.
If
And
you wish to take them.
Okay, I'll forgo that. I'm going to move that guy straight to the top.
All right.
To the top. All right. I'm going to take a purple 3. And hey, I think I need to roll some dice. Could I get 3 dice, please?
Coming up.
Thank you. So I'm looking for high numbers because I have no gentlemen in my supply.
There you go,
One.
of them.
Okay, one.
So I get
one
two
gentleman.
daughters, 1 son.
And $2. Yep.
That's all right. We'll take it, I guess. Oh, and then I get 3 bumps on the book track. Need to remember these
Again,
helpers.
if you want to do that.
Yeah.
So there are 2 dice out there that I really, really want.
Oof.
Because that's just money. Yeah, let me get the purple 3. That's more important to me. It's only a difference of 2 pips, but woo, it's a difference of 2 pips. So there we go. So, yep, we're going to have some offspring. 3 dice. Can we please, 1 out of 3? I have 50-50 shot on every die. Can I get 1 male? I would prefer 2. Okay, well.
1, that's what you asked for.
Yeah, right, I guess so. I didn't want to be greedy, but geez.
Yeah, I'm nervous. I need males. You got to roll high for males. So. I don't know what I'm gonna. That was everything for you. Okay.
Yep.
The purple 5 is mine. No rush. If I want to get under 13, I want to keep my next 3 die around 12 or less. So 5 and say 4, if I got that, would be 9, plus 3 is 12. That's a potential. The red 6s are high. So this will allow me, if I take that for sure, to be under 13. So I'll take that, pay $1. I'm going to be getting 3 back. I'll put it right there. All right, and then we're going to get 13 points for that gentleman.
Yeah.
And he's going to come off the clergy track. And so the only tile I can take are these circle ones, so we'll put
But
it there.
you can go somewhere else if you wish.
But I wish to take a tile.
That makes sense.
In order to get points. Because whoever gets the most points is the best Signorie at the end of the game. And I get $3. Go.
Shrey.
I'm going to take this yellow 3, put it right here, and
Hey, Vince.
is there no? So do I take $3 or do I do a helper? I think I should take a helper. So I'm going to spend. I like this one. This is you can do any of the assignment tiles that are out there, but only with 1 meeple. That's the downside. So I'm going to spend 3. Can I get an Altoid, please?
Curiously strong, sir.
And I'm going to take the one that Chris also took.
Okay.
And then I have nothing else, no other helpers.
Yeah. Interestingly, if at the end of the round we all get that,
Right.
there's 2 missing already. That's what just crossed my mind. So there's only 2 to be taken.
Yeah. You may not need to.
Could just do it for points.
Yeah.
And you might not get the tile you need, but
And it's only.
it's a thought.
It's 2 points. So it's not the end of the world, right? As far as the tile itself. So 10, that would be 16. I think that math doesn't work out. So looking at this, if I want that yellow, which I'm definitely going to take that yellow at some point, that means I need to take a 1 if I want the bonus. So that hurts.
Yeah.
That's 4 florins. Ouch. So now, I could do that. I have a surplus. No, we're going to go ahead and take the 4 bumps.
Bumpity
3. Hold on. We're going to go 1, 2. 2 more. Mm. 4. Done.
Cool. I'm gonna take this 4. Pay $1 for it. It's a little bit out of order what I want to do, but I really don't want to take the 1 and pay $4 for it.
There's that.
Yeah. What's up there? We'll be taking the 4 bumps. I have no dudes, so that guy's moving up 4.
So 2, book, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So unfortunately, that didn't work out.
So I'll take my $2 for that. Then I get to do a whatever. Put a
Bride action.
to
But you
marry
do
off
have
a
to pay the
bride.
dowry.
I have to pay the dowry, and all the tiles are 3s. Haven't been keeping track, but before Shrey said that the purple one seemed limited, so I'll just trust him.
So minimum of
So
two.
minimum of $2 to take that.
Right.
And I have 1, 2,
Max
3,
of
4,
4.
5. I have $10 for the record. I'm gonna just play the 2.
All right. So
4 points. Oh, and you know what? That was that thing, so it didn't matter what I took because
Right.
it comes with a bonus.
Right.
Right. Yeah. So
Random.
you can't take that one.
Doesn't
And
matter.
he doesn't get to look at the other side, so it's hidden information.
Yeah. So
All right, Shrey.
Yep. I'm taking one of these 6s, right? So that will
Yeah,
put me at...
you're safe. You're at 13.
Okay. So
yeah,
take
he's
that.
actually under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
What's going on? I'm going to send out a...
You should put a guy out here anyway. Just
Just on GP, right? No. Spot's lonely without you.
So I'm going to send out a lady for a marriage, and I have keys. So I will. So the question is, do I want to spend $2
Minimum of
or
2.
just right? I think I want to save some cash, so I'm going to
Okay.
spend only 1,
So it's 2 points for purple.
and then I will take this tile that goes right there.
Okay.
And then I get this, which is 6 bumps on the politics track. So, so getting another book is not going to get me. So the points go 2, 2, 4. So getting another book is not going to do much for me. So what I'm going to do is do 1, 2, 3, 4. Get the $2 florins, and then 5, 6.
Okay.
interesting.
The money is important. Mm-hmm. I'd rather the money than the points, I think. And
Yeah. At some point, you switch from money to points, I guess.
Right. So the question now is.
And I've got yellow or gray.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
and what I'm looking at, I only have 2 florins. So being able to be able to do this twice potentially, I don't think, because so many have been taken, I don't think I'm going to do this. So that means I'm going to take the yellow die, please.
Oh. Allow me to help.
So that's going to be a total of 13, so we're safe there. Now the question is, what do I want to do? Well, if you look, it's a minimum of 3 there, so I can't afford to do it since I only have 2 florins. The other one is I could discard a male to turn a female into a, correct?
No, this is you discard
The
two.
other one.
The bottom
You
one.
discard a male to turn that male into one female.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying.
It basically turns, right, like those things into the opposite.
Yeah.
Right, for whatever
Yeah.
row it ended on.
So turn a male, yeah, that goes the wrong way.
Yeah, that's not what you want.
So therefore, I will take 3 florins, and then I get 3 bumps total.
Well, you can get your book back.
Is there chicken in here?
I think I'm okay with going last. I don't think that's the priority. And I have enough cash now, so that's 2. And there. 3. Done. Chris, final action of the round.
All right.
Purple 5. of course.
Purple 5. Rolling 3. Pardon me.
Godspeed.
Oh, God.
All females.
2 dudes and a girl. Yes. Thank you.
Boo.
Rolled high when I needed it.
Boo. I would say I'm not bitter, but I am.
Nothing else under that. Okay.
All right, so 2 points for purple. Purple, blue, yellow. And these will reset. We all qualify, so everybody gets 2 florins. And a bride.
Bride and 2 points now.
Yes,
right?
everyone,
'Cause we have all
will
4.
get 2 points as well, which means nobody gets 2 points. Okay.
Just looks better.
And now in turn order. Oh, that was the other reason to take the book. All right. So in turn order, you may send somebody on a diplomatic mission if you wish.
So I only have political people, which need the snakes and stuff, and
Which is
Gryffindor, which is
that
right
one.
here. So it is going right here. I'm going to send this one out because I think I want to try to get this guy up to 13.
4 points.
So 4 points, and this will go right there.
And Chris, if you wish,
That
on
works
the
out for me.
religious
I
track?
think. No, it doesn't really work out for me. So I need a Gryffindor or a key, really. The only thing available is the circles.
now, which means you can place it anywhere that you wish to, like, block off the 2 there,
Right.
Or just get $3.
I'm getting $3.
or get $3.
I am getting $3. I thought I might have been doing that, and that's what we're doing.
Well, that worked out because obviously I did want it. So I will go and take the high one there. That's going to be 13 points for yellow to 25. He'll go there. And he came off this track, which allows me to take a Medici. There we go. Boom, done. We wipe. Give you the dice.
Refresh. Refresh and roll. That comes
There.
off. Halfway. Oh, yeah.
Might as well show you guys what these are.
Interesting. 116.
There we go. So those are the available tiles that came out. We have some really high point tiles out there. 5, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4, 5, 4.
Oh.
A lot of high point tiles out there, so something to keep in mind. Then over here, those reds are the reds and the purples.
Dichotomous.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. That's what makes it interesting.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, we can talk about this too, what the end,
Yes, we
end
should.
round bonus is.
Sure.
Right?
Go for it.
So how's that work, Shrey? I think you can
So
probably
at
explain
the
that.
end of the round, whoever is qualified, they remove their dice from their boards,
There will be 3 dice
and
left
there'll
over.
be 3.
Unless someone passes, there will be 3 dice.
3 dice left
Right.
over. So in turn order, we will each draft one of those dice and
Take an additional action for as if we didn't take that down.
Yeah, and the notable thing is it can be any color. So you can double up on a color that round if there's a die
Correct.
left of a color you already
Yeah.
took.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right,
So,
let's look at
Shrey,
these
you're on.
numbers. Where is that? That's okay. That's interesting. So
Peanut Gallery has gone quiet on us.
Hi, Vince. Hi, y'all.
hey Vince.
That's been up there for a while.
Yeah, I'm going to do this now. So I'm taking this 2. I'm going to pay 2 for it, 2 for the privilege, and I'm going to send this person out.
So 9 points. So that'll be 2 to 37.
I was going to wait to get him to 13 points, but I kind of want this tile.
The 5 of Gryffindor.
Yes, because that will
Okay.
finish this set. It'll get me
It's
to the
11
3,
points, yeah.
and it's a good amount. So
And you get.
and I get $3.
Chris, you're up.
Cool. 2, 1. Well, this is good enough. Give myself options. What do I need in the crowns? Let me just survey. Nothing out there that will help me.
The only. But keep in mind that's what you have.
Right.
Okay.
I'm considering, should I put more
Yeah,
guys
yeah, yeah.
out,
Fair
throw them in the
enough, fair
crowns? Well, if I throw them in the crowns, there's nothing for them to get this round. So, Do I? Yeah, I'll be okay. All right. I think for the third round in a row, I'm going to start with the yellow. The reason being less because of the top action more, because I get the 3 bumps and something else out of it.
Right.
So I kind of like that. So we're going to take the 2.
Hey, Portos. Apparently we're all engrossed in the gameplay. Apparently
Yeah,
so.
cool.
Hey, I'm down for that.
So I can consider buying a blue assistant. This one would give me 3 points every time I do the blue. I'll take $3. It would be 2 points at the end of the game too, but we're going to take $3 and then 3 bumps. And I see I might just make that guy a 13. So why not? That's a difference in 6 points. Let's do that. Turn over.
So the 2 things that I'm considering are the green die, the green 4, or the purple 2. The purple 2, in theory, would allow me to be able to hopefully get some more males. But honestly, I think I'm okay right now. I don't know that I need to roll dice this round, believe it or not, even though I have no males. I think I'm okay with that. Let me do some quick math. 10, 12. No, that's too risky. So, I'm going to take the 4, which I will pay 1 florin for the privilege, and I will do this, 4, and get 2 florins.
That's important.
Done.
All right, Trey.
Phew.
Your turn.
I was concerned.
Are you holding your breath?
Yes. I will pay 1 for this, and then
Take care, Chris.
I need to have some offspring, some males preferably.
So, 4 dice. I'll let you choose your dice. So out of
Let's
them.
get rid of the one that is a 6.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
that seems like the best bet.
So I have no males, and I have no males out here.
So he wants 4 or higher.
Yes.
2 and 2.
Two.
There you go. That's appropriate.
And again, it's based on that right there.
I'll take it. I would have preferred 3-1, but
Boy, you guys are greedy.
Picky.
Seriously, right?
You got something else probably.
right. I get $3.
Such a nice guy.
Thank
All
you.
right. Math out some numbers. 1. Say go. It's 3. 4, 5, 6. All right. I think we'll do that. We'll take the 1 of gray. I'm going to pay $3 for it. If you allow me, I'm just going to not pay for it because I'm going to get 3 right back.
You have plenty.
Okay.
You're fine, yeah.
All right, and we're going to get 13
To be
points.
clear, you have to have the money
yes,
to be
I
able
have
to do
plenty of
so,
dollars.
which you
Instead
do.
of doing that and that,
Right.
Right. All right, so I'm going to get
13 points to 34.
And then I need,
Where's he going?
he's going to that 5 of keys
Yeah.
for 5.
I had a feeling I wasn't going to get that.
So that, because that completes my row, and it was a 5-point tile. So
Sure.
we're good there.
And
And
you
then
get
I get
your
the
money already.
$3 back.
All right. Well, since you guys are doing that, I guess I will go ahead and take the 1 red.
A lot of scholarly dudes out there.
There are.
Yellow dudes.
There. So I will pay the 1 florin, and I will go ahead and marry her off to the Pope, if you will. So minimum dowry of 2.
2.
That sounds good. So that'll be 4 points.
4 points.
And more importantly, it's another 5-point tile.
Yep. Does that fit on the green? Yep.
Well,
Okay.
you know what? Because this is the only one that's going to have this many. So there we go. Boom, done.
All right.
Try.
Wow, the
Whirlpool.
dice I want is the die I want is left. That's amazing.
That tile was too important for me to take, so that's why, even though there might have been other tiles I may have wanted,
So I'm taking this. I need to pay
Or other,
2
yes.
difference. I would love to get some more Altoids out, but
They're fun to
wait,
be
no,
called
what are you
Altoids.
doing? No, I'm doing this.
oh, wrong one.
Yep.
Never mind.
But I need to get some dudes on this track over here. Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Hold on, you were complaining you wanted at least 2 guys. You got them, and now you're like, well, I don't know if I want
Yeah, I still.
Never happy. Never.
Okay, so I get 4 bumps. So I could just get $2 there, and I think I might do that because yes, I will do that. And then I get this, which is I can put out a female, a lady, to one of the places. So
But you only get one of these tiles.
Right. So I have to spend, to get a tile, I have to spend 3.
Or 2.
Yeah, but I wouldn't get the tile.
Yeah, you would.
No, this is it. I wouldn't. This one's taken. Unless I'm.
Let me double check that. I don't think it has to have a tile for you to be able to do that.
Oh no, no. I
could be
want.
wrong.
I want the tile. Sorry.
Well, no, you can't because it's going to give you
Oh
specifically.
yes, thank you. Okay.
It's giving you a random
Right.
wild.
I'm getting
so it
I'm
doesn't
getting
matter.
a wild tile. Thank you. That's I
Your
don't know why I
wild
was
tile.
looking at looking at these tiles. So I will spend the 2 only
But that does beg the question.
and get 4 points. So,
It seems like.
yeah. That's.
All right. My turn. Correct?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you choose. Yes.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I don't. Yeah, it's easy to
yes,
forget
yours.
that is specifically
Yep, a wild tile.
Yes,
A wild and crazy tile.
I assume this is a non-specific house.
Yeah, very generic.
Yeah.
Or it's a precursor to the Red Cross. I'm not sure which. So as you can see, the cities are filling up.
Yep. I can see that. Okay. I'll take that, pay $1. I can withstand this. I'm gonna be taking that for my last turn, and it's mine. No one can touch it. If I take the 6, I'll be at 3 plus 6 is 9 plus 1 is 10. So I'll still be way under. But if Shrey wants it, let's see, he's at 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 6 is 13. Doesn't matter. Won't hurt him, so I'll take that so I don't have to pay. All right, so we're going to be briding. And she can go, basically have nothing. They're all 4 points. They're pretty equivalent spots. This one will close that out, so it just seems interesting enough. So we'll put that
Minimum
there.
3 dowry.
Minimum of 3, and I think it's going to be $3, so
that's
6 points.
Okay.
There's the 3. Then I'm going to get 1 point per dude that's out there because of this assistant, so that's 4 more points.
4 more. Yeah.
Done.
All right. So I assume there's going to be, Question is, I'm trying to think what dice do I want to make available, right?
Yeah.
I can take one of the 5s. I can't take both of the 5s. So I can take purple or gray and yellow. So I know I'm taking the yellow, but I'm in no big rush. However, if I take yellow, it makes sense to do gray afterwards because bumps, right? And I have no guys to play, so it would just help myself out on that. So that's an option. So if I'm going to go gray, I'm probably going to go yellow first. But if I go purple, I could go, then I don't have to worry about, then I can go purple first. Huh. If I go yellow, that could potentially give me some extra bumps if I want to spend. Oof. I think I do.
Never took that when I put
Oh,
Pride
good
down.
call.
Thank you, Stitch.
Thanks, Stitch.
Yep.
I think for yellow, I will do that. Then I don't worry about claiming any for... Man, that's risky. Because there is one of my tiles out there. Let me go yellow. So no difference there. I could take the 3. I don't think I'm gonna. I'm going to go ahead and do, yeah, I'm going to do the assignment action, the top
This
one
one?
over there. So I'm going to spend these 2 back to the supply, and he gets bumped up to 13.
Nice.
Very nice.
He knows
And
lots of
then
stuff.
I get 3 bumps, which will go... I think. You know what? Instead, 1, 2, 3, done. And bump that back 1.
Yep.
Done. I feel better about that. I'm finished.
Purple.
So I think I would like to not let you guys get a red. It also is reasonable
As far as
for what I want
cost.
to do. So I will put out a
There's a
lady.
total of 8 tips.
Yeah.
8.
Frugal.
Wow.
It's an unusual round for me. So the question is, do I want the Bumblebee or the Medici?
Yes.
Either one of them works. So I think I will take the Medici because Edward already has a Bumblebee. So you're less likely to take one in the future.
Sure.
So I need to spend at least 3. I will spend only 3.
So 6 points for purple. 47. All right, Chris, bring it home.
I already told you what I was taking. I almost changed my mind, but then I didn't.
Oh,
All right.
I was
You
going to do
you
something.
got one bump on the crown track?
Yes.
Yeah. With that one guy?
I could opt not to do it
You
Yes.
could.
because then I have a guy on this track and I might not want him on that track.
Yep.
I'm going to opt not to do it because 1 bump is not a whole lot.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
Take care, Gaurav.
5 spot,
Don't be a
putting a 1,
stranger.
paying 4.
Hopefully we see you soon, too.
Doing 4 bumps
Welcome, Paul.
on the crown track, getting $2.
Yep. And I knew that was going to be safe since you had nobody on here. You weren't going to be able to make it up there, so
Right.
1 bump was
Yeah.
enough.
One thing I was thinking, even though I was spending $4, I knew I was going to be last in turn order. If I got stuck with that one, I'd have a guy to take off. I would have been a little annoyed.
Yeah.
So, well, maybe I'll just take 3. And then I got to do a bride for a wild tile.
If you wish.
I do wish. So here's the bride.
It costs $3.
Minimum 3.
Minimum 3.
Could cost 4.
You spend
I
it.
just got $2. I spent all 4, right? Yeah, there's enough rounds left. All right, we'll just do the 1. Let's see, where's she gonna go? We'll just fill up that spot there.
6 points.
6 points for $3.
And
And wild tile, and that's gonna score.
all right, so I have a choice. I could make 3 different actions available, or I could just make 2/3 of it being purple. I actually like all of my options on this. The question is, I would go second in my choice. So if I chose the purple now, what do I think Shrey is going to choose?
It's a good question.
Probably, he could conceivably take yellow because $3, he's a little short of money. That makes sense. Would he take purple for marrying off? could take that he could take purple. I could see a case for that. For red, probably unlikely is my guess. I'm sorry, gray, I mean. So I think he's unlikely to take gray. So I like having my options open. So I'll go ahead and take the purple. So that's going to be 13 total, so I'm good there. I have 5 to be able to place on this. How many do I have out there? I currently, that would only be worth 2 points next round. No, I need folks. So here we go.
Rolling 4.
Males, all males, please. No, I lied. I want 1 female, the rest males.
All right.
Or the opposite.
Opposite of that.
Whew. I forget which chromosome it is that it seems to be dominant here, but I guess the game is directing me in a certain direction.
All right.
Okay.
Lean into it, and that's it.
Yep.
So that's the end of that. So 0 points here, but turn order will change.
Yep.
Then we get everyone
gets
a
another bride
Two
meeple.
bucks.
$2 bucks and 5 points.
and 5 across the board, so to 55, 3, 5, and I finally make the loop there. And once you've done that, you can get no more, so there's that.
And now we
And
draft.
I need my 2.
And then, do we want to just reread this section just to make sure we get it right? This right here.
Sure. Okay, so this one says, perform an additional action, remove all dice from the player boards, then each eligible player, which is all of us, takes a die from those remaining from the current round and performs an action, be it one of those 3. Placing the die is free of charge regardless of the value on the die, and the player can also activate the helpers. Okay.
Would have been free anyway, but good to know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So all of those will come to you. So now Shrey gets first honor.
So the yellow die doesn't do a whole lot for me because all it is $3, and I would just get $3 if I could just opt to take $3. Nothing extra. Nothing extra. The gray die gets me 3 regardless.
That's a fair point. I missed that.
So the gray is pretty good, and the purple would get me offspring, which I could use, but I think I'd like the gray die because on top of that, I can use an assignment, and I will use this assignment because I do need to. So my guy is below the 3 level, and I need to get him because there's no more 2 spaces available.
Yep.
So I will send 1 or 2. I'm just going to send 1.
So it gives 2 bumps for every one that you spend.
So I get 2 bumps here, which is 1 on the book track, and then I get $3.
I did not see that coming, but it makes sense. Hello, Raynal and Rayner. All right,
Yep,
what's
hey.
up? All right, so I could make a case for both of those, but you know what? This going into round 5, which is the penultimate round, I don't think I'll have to take purple dice anymore if I take that purple die.
You're assuming you're going to roll well.
Well, yeah,
You're going to roll 5 now.
you're right. There we go. So I'll go ahead and do that. So I'm rolling all 5 dice. I would like at least 2 males. That's it. 2 males. That's all. 2 males.
2 males.
And 3 females.
Because you got no more girls up there.
I don't.
That's plenty
We
of
have a
meeples.
house full. There we go.
Yeah, that's a lot of meeples there.
All right, might as well take it. The yellow die because
You could take 3.
because I can get $3 for taking it anyway. Plus
Yeah.
I get my bonus action.
There we go.
Yep. So I'm gonna take the $3 for the yellow action
And 3 bumps.
and 3 bumps. 1, 2, 3, and a book.
And remember, you do have a male over there. You could add to the track if you'd prefer.
Yes, I'm okay with that.
All right. So clear those off. Here we go.
Die.
New one. Yep. There we go. Help you out.
Thank you.
This is a pretty friendly roll.
It was a terrible draw for me for the assignment tower for the Family tiles. Terrible draw.
Same.
At least on the bride side, which I have a ton of daughters. So, all right. So for high point value, but yeah. And what do we have out there? Pretty mediocre.
It's
pretty middle of the road.
It's pretty
right?
okay. I don't think
right.
it's too crazy.
Okay.
Go ahead, Trey.
All right, Shrey, you're up. There we go.
End of round bonus is a wild tile.
Yeah, that's
Wild family
actually
tile.
the one I'm least interested in of the ones that we've seen. So that's fine.
So you would just be blowing basically $2 in the wild tile
Right.
because we all have all the
Right,
brides.
so you're
right?
not getting any more, right?
Or $3.
So you know what I think I need to do? I think I need to take this 5.
Go high.
And I'm going to take 4 bumps, which will involve this. Do I need... Oh, that's interesting. No, that's fine. All right, so I'm getting 4 bumps. 1... Sorry, let me just move it. 1, 2, 3, 4, or... Yeah, 2, 3, 4. No, no, I'll hold on to him. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just get the points.
Oof. It really wasn't.
Oh, and then I get this. I get to send out a lady and I will get a wild tile. And there is a 3 left, so I will take the 3 and spend just 3. So 6 points for purple, please.
Yeah, it's not nearly as important to me now. So I think that is which. You know what? I'd rather not spend the money. So there, and I will go ahead and place out there. Think so, yeah. So, diplomatic mission will come here, which will be 9.
Okay.
So 42, and over there, yep,
You taking the tile?
yep.
Okay.
That will go there. Boom, done. Have a good one, Tony.
Take this red too. We're going to place a bride somewhere.
Believe you.
There's 2 5-pointers, and
They are.
They're
both available to me. Let's just do that. I'll make it interesting.
Close off that
Close
city.
it off.
And you have to
And I need to
pay-
pay at least 4, which
Well,
is
you
the
pay
max you can
exactly
pay.
4, yeah.
So I'll get 8 points.
Yep.
From 55 to 63. And then I get 1 point for every dude out there, which I believe is 4. 4 more points to 67. There we go.
Oh, well, thankfully the die I wanted is still out there, so I'll take this 4, not spend any money, and then send this gentleman out to here. So I get 13 for purple, and he came from this track, so I get the fleur-de-lis. It goes right there. How delightful. Oh, and then I get 3 money, which is very important.
34 plus 9 is 43.
Hmm?
Did you get 34 plus 9 is 43? Maybe you should be on 43.
Ah,
We'll spot you the point.
Thanks, Yao? Yoao? I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Portuguese, I think. Thank you. Oh, boy. Okay. I think we have punted on that. So if we go there, I can take that. I might as well. There. I'll send a bride out. I'll go ahead and pay the 4. So 8 points for yellow and take that tile. So 8 to 51.
One.
Okay.
Oh, my turn.
Yep.
All right, I have some offspring. Excuse me, please. Offspring die. I'm rolling in that big
Joe.
space over there.
Joe.
Joe.
Okay.
1, 2
That looks like
girls
3
and 3
males.
boys.
Yep. And 2 females. Okay.
Okay. And that's it.
Okay, so do I take purple, red, or yellow? I think I need some offspring.
Joe. Okay.
Oh, there's only one round. No, I do need offspring.
Yeah, there's 1 round left.
But
This is simply end of game
Yeah.
scoring right there.
so
Okay.
I will take the 3 and the 5 are the same. I don't think it matters. So I'll take the lower one. That's, what am I at? 9 to 12. Okay. So I could actually do this. If I really wanted the wild tile, it's an option to think about. All right, so I'm going to roll. Can I get the dice, please? All right. I want a mixture. That'd be nice. 2 and 3.
Yeah,
Three ladies.
3 daughters, 2 sons.
That's a mixture.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that'll work.
That'll do. That'll do.
I think that's what we're gonna do. That's 7.
Oh, and then I get 3 in the book track. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Actually, wait. That won't matter, will it? Let me get one of the ones, please. Okay, what does a 3 matter? 10? No, it really doesn't matter, does it? Okay. So there, I will spend 2. I'm doing the assignment tile, the bottom one for the crown. So I will send 2. So that gives me 4 bumps. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these guys go back. So that will be 2. And then I get 3 more bumps. 1, 2, 3. And that'll be up on the book as well. Done. I was right, Portuguese. All right. So at least I got half of it right, right? Joe? What you thinking? Oh yeah, oh Rainer, yeah.
Just thinking, what die do I want? I think I'm going to wait to get that guy higher points, and I'm not going to take the gray. Actually, if I take the yellow, the 3 servant on the bottom, or whatever it's called, we'll get that guy all the way to the max score. So that's nice. And I was wondering, if I take it, do I take $3, or do I get another thing here? It'll be worth 2 points at the end, maybe 5 points for $3, which is better than the 5 to 5 at the end. It's just I'm gonna stop overthinking it. I'm gonna take that 1, be done with it. I think the $3 we can trade into 6 if we marry someone off. So I'm gonna take the $3 and then go up 3 spots there. Turn over.
Yep. So my last action for the round, I'm taking a red or a yellow. Now the concern I have is I might not actually finish this.
There is.
There's a
one
few
up-
ways.
There's the
There's that
wild
too.
up there.
Oh,
There's
right.
that one, this one.
This is important.
Right.
Thank you for
Wherever
pointing
that
out.
ends
Yes.
up. Okay.
That is that. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, this is actually a really useful tile at the end of the game. I was thinking about like I could just try. I could get the bonus at the end of the round, but that requires me to do this
Right.
with two dudes, which is not really what I want to spend.
So I want to make the Eddie Murphy joke. Not gonna do it. Okay.
Unfamiliar
Don't worry
with
about
that.
it.
Okay. So instead, I will still take the 5 and put it there, and send out a lady to, well, there. So it's going to cost me 4,
So 8 points for purple for the dowry.
and then I'll get this tile, and then I get 5 bumps on this track, which gets me $2 back, thankfully, and that's that. That's my turn. I'm done for the round.
All right. So I don't need the purple. I don't think I want to do the purple, although I could send somebody out. So on the diplomat track, that's actually kind of interesting. It's a difference of 6 points if I wait. But if I wait, I won't be able to do that. You know what? 5, 9, 12, and that's 13, so I can't afford it. The plan was to take the green die to bump on tracks. But if man, I think I need to do that. It's 10. Yeah, it's 16 points I need to. Let me go ahead and take the purple. So we're going to do the assignment tile, the top assignment
You can
tile
do
there.
that.
So I will spend 2 of my
Yeah.
surplus daughters. Sounds terrible saying that, but you get the idea. There, and I will go ahead and the only reasonable option is going to be this one. And I will go ahead and send that.
Yep, that'll work.
I will send it up to Milan, actually. There. So it's going to be 7 points for yellow. And that will get that one to score.
Okay.
Done.
And last action for the round.
2 on a 5, I have 3. Just put it there. I am going to go up 4 spots with a non-existent person who's out there. The only one that matters is that for me. So I'll go up to 2. Get $2 back. That's why I left it there.
Then you can place a bride,
And
marry
I can
one
place
off,
the bride.
and you get.
And I
I'm
get
gonna
a
need
I get a
those.
wild
Yep.
tile. So it doesn't matter where she goes tile-wise, but might be interesting maybe to put her there for $4 and get 8 points to 75. The lip there. That's it. End of turn.
End of round.
End of round.
Hello, white cheese. Welcome. All right, so end of the round. So everybody No,
No.
who did not qualify?
I did not.
I did.
I'm good.
Okay, so we each get, well,
I'm a total of 8.
$2.
We'll take $2.
And I'm at
And we don't
13.
get the bride
I'm gonna do
meatball.
this. I get
Oh, yeah.
2
sorry,
points
2
for
points.
turn
And
order.
then purple, yellow, blue.
Yep, stays the same.
Okay. And then you and I both get
Wild
a
tile.
wild tile. So you get one there, I get one.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Okay, let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
All right. Final round, because we're playing the variants.
Yep.
So now we are rehashing old tiles at this point.
Doesn't need to go there, but
Yeah, I realize, but just
can.
because you know somebody's going to gripe if I don't put any there, even though nobody can use them.
Yeah.
Interesting roll for yellow.
I need to draw better. It looks like. Yep, I do. Which tile do I not have? I don't have Medici over on the left. That was better. Oh, that was a terrible draw.
Oh, doesn't work for me.
All right, so there are the assignment tiles.
Double
for
terrible.
Those. I need one wild and I need that. So and that's
Does not work for me
doesn't-
either.
Oh wow, that was
Ah,
wretchedly bad. Okay. Awesome.
that's
okay.
unfortunate.
So what do we have over here? So the wild tile is on yellow, just FYI. So if you want to point to that, Chris.
Yep.
Oh, that
Yeah.
There
there.
you go, in case somebody needs
And the yellows are not great numbers,
They are
particularly
not.
if you want to score and the round 6 bonuses.
which I really don't care about. That's only 2 points for me right now, so I might end up
and the chance
foregoing.
for $5 to 5 points.
There is that.
Yeah, the
Which-
return is okay. If you have
So to go over this, at the end of the round, at the end of round 6, if you qualify at the 13 or less, or the, that,
or modified.
you get this and that. Then, in-game scoring, everybody is going to get to do this, and you may get to do that one more time. Then we go into final true in-game scoring, because this is the variance. Okay? All right, so
yeah.
you're up.
Is there I don't have this, and and that's full. Ha.
Yeah.
I should only be looking at these.
Do me a favor, take them off.
Yeah.
We've shown them because there's no point, and
Yeah.
so we've shown these.
Yeah.
That way it just
Yeah.
expedites things for
Yeah.
us.
Compute.
Wow.
Can compute.
So I don't think there is, none of those tiles actually, oh no, there is one tile that helps me if, no, there is no tile that helps me.
Yeah, those suck for me.
So I will need to take that wild tile at some point.
Take that 6 for it.
Do I need to get that done first? I don't know if Edward would take,
Would I take what?
would you take a yellow 4? That's a good question. I don't think you're scoring your military guys. So I think you need to maintain low numbers, ideally. So I'm going to take this 3. Put it right there. And I will take, just double checking, no. And then this is, I could theoretically put the guy out, not get a tile and score max points, sure. So I will get 1, which will get me a bump here. 2, that's 2. 3, 4, seems to make sense. And then I get to put out a lady somewhere in the cheap space because I'm low on cash. So I will spend 3 to get 6 points.
But it does not get a tile.
Does not
since
get a
it already
tile.
has that.
But 3 for 6 points seems reasonable.
I know I can't be shut out, so I don't need to worry about placing him. However,
Yes. Oh,
what?
thank you, Michael. I forgot to pay for the difference. Then I'll be out of money.
Or you could bump up to the 4.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry?
Or you could have took the 4 and paid
Yeah.
1.
Yeah, I'll do that. So I'll
So
pay.
you owe a buck.
I owe
or a
one more,
florin.
yeah.
There you
Okay. Thank you, Michael.
go. I'll pay the florin for that. And I will go ahead and place a bride out. Hold on. You know what? I will not. On second thought. I'll take that and pay 2, and I'll take him. And it does not matter where he goes for me, so I would go there. I cannot take either of those. 13 points for yellow, though, please.
Florida roll.
All right.
There's one. Kind of did it to myself, but who knew what was going to come out there?
Okay.
All right. Okay. So remind me what happens once the cities are shut out. No one can go in here at all.
Right.
There you
No
go.
brides or no dudes can go in there.
Yeah.
Those are
Correct?
done.
Yeah.
So if I want the points for those guys, I gotta get them now.
Well,
Or
there has to be a slot available or they're half points.
there'll be half points at the end of the game.
Correct. Yes.
So I could get a bride out there. That would be worth 8, 9, 10. I'd get 14 points for that. Or I could put that guy out there. I'd get 13 points, and that would be nothing. All right. Which die do I want? 1 seems good. That'll be the dollar that I'll wish I had at the end. There's $4 for my bride. And I can't take that tile, but I could have took that one had you not taken it. So that
figured
is
was going
8
to be
points
the
for
case.
me, plus 1, 2, 3, 4 points. And we're on the same spot there. All right.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to take this yellow 4 now, just
Okay.
to make sure I get it done. So, in all likelihood, I'm not going to be able to get under the threshold, even if I use this tile, I think. But, and I would get 8 points for my helpers if I did, but getting this will get me the 8 points for completing this anyway. So, that seems to be, it's a wash in terms of getting 8 points for this versus getting 8 points for these. So, we'll do that.
All right, now I will do this. Needed to make sure I got the full 13 for that, but I'll go ahead and place a bride out just to lock up the spot. I can't use it,
Yep.
but that's going to be 4 for 8 points, please, for yellow. 8.
8 points.
Yeah.
I got 14 for placing that bride versus 13 for that guy, just to be clear.
Plus, it's going to score for me there at the end, so that makes sense,
So I
right?
factored in there. Yep.
There you go. Done.
All right. What should I do?
And you can imagine if we played the full 7 rounds, all the cities are full.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
what happened the other day.
Yeah.
Last round, we were just pulling points from
Right.
not really
Yeah, it's
the game
interesting that way.
mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right, so no one else is going out there.
Right.
So points will come from having guys on
These,
the track.
you'll get
the
half points for that, and then any end-game scoring,
End-game
any conversion
scoring.
there, and then the tiles over here.
Okay, that's about it. Interesting. Duh. So I can do this, but it's not going to do anything. You can't take a guy off from over there. It's 5, 8, 9, plus 4. Just trying to think how to get points. Move up tracks. That'll do it. I think that's important. And I get $3, which will get me up to 5.
Glory to Rome for that.
There you go. That's the $3, and then 3 bumps on here. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 on there. I think that's equivalent to putting a
Sure.
try out.
Yeah. Trying to think. Given how little cash I have, whether. So I'm at 8 right now. If I take this, I'll be at 13. and then anything left would require 2 people down on the threshold area, which I don't have because I only have one male meeple. So so that feels irrelevant. I mean, I could take 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I could take, if I happen to get the 2 4s, that would work. But I feel like there are better options.
Okay, I think that's what I do.
No, I don't know if there are better options.
Yep. All right. I got the rest of my game planned. Don't mess it up.
Yes, sir. I'm good. I'm locked in.
Yeah, I am too, because there's nothing you guys can do to stop it.
Yeah. Money is something at the end of the game, right? It's something. It's like
So,
I think.
It's just this. I
Oh,
believe.
there was
Yeah,
no.
it's just that, I
I'm
believe.
pretty sure there's no conversion.
And turn order is tiebreaker.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think it's this. I think it's this. Okay, I take a 4. I don't pay anything for it, and I will do the assignment. So I will spend 2 ladies to do this, which is going to be 4 bumps on this track. And then I also get 3 more because of this. So that's reasonable.
Okay. I will take the yellow 6 because I punted on hitting the 13. So I'm going to get 3 for this, and then I'm going to get 2 for that, which is going to be 5 for in-game scoring
Yeah.
at the end.
That'll
There you go.
do it.
Done.
I'm thinking of just similar stuff here. Fortunately, I don't have any options here. I have 3 guys, and those are both the things we basically can't do because there's no spot to send people off.
Right.
So the only thing
You
that
could do that. Oh no, you've already used red.
the only thing that makes a difference is this will save me $2, but I don't think I need to save the $2. So let me see, 3, 4, 7, 8 plus 5 is 13. So there, $2 for that. I'm gonna hold it right here because I'm gonna be getting it back, I believe. So I got 4 bumps on a track. I can get 2 points or 2 points. Basically, 4 up to there, cut in half is 2 points, or 4 on the initiative track, cut in half is 2 points. Initiative doesn't mean anything at the moment. It's a tiebreaker, so whatever. Am I thinking of that correctly? Yes.
This
I
gets
don't-
you an extra
I don't need the
$2.
$2 because
Okay,
I'm going to get
then-
$3 from that, and I'm not going to hit 10. So there you go. All right.
Did you pay your money for the...
There's the 2 there.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
All right, cool. All right,
So
Shrey.
the gray does nothing for me because the assignment tile. I only have a male meeple, so I can't put out a lady, and I can't put out a guy, and I don't have enough cash to put out a disc. The red. The only thing the red does for me is lets me bump up tracks, which is a point, but then
Which is better than nothing.
But then I'm over this for this,
Oh.
which is more points.
Sure.
So I'm going to pass.
Okay, there we go. And I realize I totally made a stupid risk that I did not need to risk. Because had you taken this purple 5, I wouldn't have been able to afford the 1
Oh.
to be able to do it. And I was like, "Eee!" So, and the purple 5 is going to be these 3 to be 6 bumps on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which will be 4 points.
Well, so I could have gone up either track.
Right. So there you go. All right.
Whatever.
Done. All right. Chris, bring it
My
home.
last turn.
Yep.
5. That. I can just forego one of these, right?
You could, but it's points as well, potentially, if you put down on the purple.
Oh, I could put a disc, right? So I'm going to get 3. It's not going to work out because I want to have $5.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
So it's not going to work out. It's 2 points for a disc. So, well, I'm just
And
going to...
you have no females.
There's the
Yeah,
$1.
there you go.
That's the $1 I needed.
There you go.
Well, hang on.
No, there's...
Oh no, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Right?
All right. So, end of round.
Let me
So-
do this.
Right. So, 6 for purple,
I think
4
Shrey's
for
got it.
yellow. And 2 for blue, or 4 for yellow, 2 for blue.
Oh,
There we
sorry. So I gave you 4, right?
go. We stay in that order.
Yeah.
Okay. I did not qualify, so I don't get my 2 points for this, nor can I do this right now. Do it in turn order. So Shrey,
I did qualify. I have 12, so I
Okay.
get 8. So this goes to 1.
and you want to turn in $5?
I have
for 5
one- I
Points?
have
I'm
one,
sure
but
you would like
I
to,
would love
but you
to.
cannot. Chris,
Why did you say 12?
What?
So you had 12?
I have 4, 8, 12.
Oh, okay.
My die,
Okay.
my die pip value is
I
12.
qualified. I have 8 points from this.
So you go to 7.
so that is done, and then he's
Doesn't matter.
going to turn that in.
I'll turn it in now just to get me
5
in first
points?
place for a moment. There you go.
Okay, so now we go into final scoring. So because of the variant we're playing, we get to do this. So now I can. There.
8.
Okay, and then for everybody
gets 2
gets to
points
do that.
per lady.
So turn order, go for it. Shrey.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wow.
So
12.
12.
Wait.
13.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, 7. 2 more.
There you go.
Nice.
And for me, I believe it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 12.
Even. 100.
I have 6 as well. 12.
14.
All
I
right.
think Shrey's going to bring it home here.
Oh, there's no doubt. Then
Nope.
for these, so here I will.
Well, we also have these.
Oh, we do. So you know what? Here.
Oh, yeah. It's a little
Yeah. This,
little
All
bit
right.
of hope for me.
So here, it's
I don't
not going to
think so.
matter for me. You get half rounded down for each, so it's going to be 2 and 2, so 4 points total for these guys.
all right. For
Okay.
me, it's half of 11, which is 5.
Okay.
If half of 13 is 7 or 6,
Six.
plus half of 7 is 3, so 9.
9 to 3. Okay.
Okay, so these
Not gonna
guys
do it.
are now done. And then we're going to do these tiles, and might as well, since I'm in last here. So this one won't matter because I don't have 3 of a kind or 3 in 1. So it's going to be a total of 9 for those. 9 to there. I mean, at least there's this. 5, 10, 15, 20.
33. 133.
Okay, and that's where I finish.
I'll go next
133.
because I think Shrey's going to pass
Okay,
me.
go for it.
13 here. I didn't complete that. I tossed them
Okay.
already.
Okay.
13,
So 6, 36.
Oh, that was fun.
5, 6, 11, 12.
12 more.
12 to 48. And Shrey, what do you got?
So I got 9, 10, 11 for this,
11 to 31
and then 8 for this,
to 39.
and then 3, 6, 10,
They're all 1 point.
17 for this.
Ouch.
1 and 56. So there we go. Shrey wins at 156. Chris, 148. Yours truly, amazing teacher at 133. So there we go. That is Signorie.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
well, start on that side. What do you think of the game?
Yeah, this is it's a solid game. The dice drafting, like has enough has enough decisions. The threshold thing is crucial, obviously.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work at all without
Right.
it.
Puts the
Yeah.
pressure of what dice to take.
Yeah,
And when.
and watching what other people might take and what might not they take, what they might not take. Since we invested very lightly in helpers this game. Last game we were much more invested. So it was maybe harder to read that like in the last game I always took a gray die. There was no reason to read it because I had
'Cause you had all
I had
three
all
of them
3
on that.
helpers.
Yeah,
I had all
right. Yeah.
I had all 3 helpers in the gray section. So, but there is that. The level of complexity for what it gives you, I think, is spot on. Like there is. The rules overhead is pretty straightforward, and it gets out of the way in terms of like gameplay. You just focus on what you want to do, which is fantastic. I think this is.
I mean, it's kind of what you want in your midweight Euro, right?
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, I like the push and pull from taking the die and then not taking too many points so you can get that bonus at the end of the round. And that's what the game hinges on. It's not, though, it's not as like painstaking a choice as it seems, right? I think because there's ways to mitigate it by increasing your end game value, right, to get the threshold. You don't really need maybe in every single round to get the bonus. So you can, so you have options. It's not like an excruciating decision, but it's a great decision to think through. And what do I want to do, this or that? And it's kind of right there for you to make. It's not too like hidden in the rules. You know, at the end of these games, I come in not caring if I won, but then at the end I drive home and I think, what could I have done differently? and then I'll wake up and be like, if I only did that, right? And I'm thinking, it's a great game. I'm only 8 points behind, so what could have happened, right? If on my Edward took out the last spot, right, on his turn, and I was next, right? I didn't focus on turn order the whole game. Maybe if I was ahead of him that one round, I had one spot to go in, I could have got 13 big points. And so, you know, so it's good. It's good that I can think of 1 or 2 little things I might have switched or tried something different next game to see if I could have, you know, pulled ahead.
And for me, I on that note, I feel like I felt like I was in really good position with the marrying off my daughters for the tiles, and then all of a sudden I seem to have hit a stopping point, and you guys all of a sudden either matched or surpassed me, and I was like, wait, how did that happen? And the lack of helpers for me, you guys were essentially getting extra actions that I wasn't. And I intentionally did that because I wanted to see if that worked. It didn't. But overall, yeah, I think the level of complexity, rules complexity, matches up very, very well with the depth of the decisions in the game and the play time. So less than 2 hours.
Yeah,
on stream.
Yeah, nice.
Actually, the teach was about 40 minutes or so, which, because it's me. But yeah, right at 2 hours just under 2 hours for gameplay. I definitely, I think it does exactly what it sets out to do. However, the variants now, talking about those, I think the shorter season is imperative.
Yes, absolutely.
Unless you're going to play with the open gates, which I feel like the open gates keeps it a little too wide open.
Yeah.
And it doesn't keep that pressure on. But I prefer the when a city's closed, it's closed. However, the 6 rounds, because that 7th round just feels.
Yeah, you could see the second half. The second half of our 6th round, we're already like, where can I scrape up some points from?
Right, because
and if you can imagine, we played 7 rounds the other day, and the whole 7th round was like that. Okay, I'll move this guy and get 2 points there and 2 points there. It wasn't intended to the way the game's intended to be played.
Right.
To get the points, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think the theme is outdated, historically accurate, but in today's climate, doesn't really fit really well.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me per se, but it may for some folks out there. But again, it's at no point was I really feeling like I was, the men were doing this, the women were doing that. It's just
because the theme's pasted on anyway, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
This could be any number of theme, but because it is Mariano and Veronica who run What's Your Game. They're Italian, so it makes sense that the Renaissance and all that. It fits with their heritage. That said, the only component issue that really bugs me, and I realize that this is totally a me thing. I get that, I really do, but numbers on dice versus pips drives me batty. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. But again, that's trivial, I realize. Overall, I think it's great for what it does. I think it succeeds in what it tries to do. It's a solid midweight Euro. It plays quick, although Queso Blanco says it's AP City for him when he plays this. And I could see this game having that.
You could see that. There are points I was just like, I'm just going to make a decision.
Yeah, same.
What do you think about the randomness? And there's a little bit of randomness.
Oh, there's
in terms of these,
not just the city tiles, but what you roll on, males and females.
You had some bad rolls.
I did.
Slowed you down.
It changed the direction I had. For the game length and for the game weight, I'm okay with it. If it were longer or heavier, I wouldn't be okay with it. But as it is, I think it's fine.
Or for more crucial, I need this or my game is over. Right, there's other options.
And
there's
I
other
don't
options,
feel like that's a problem. Like the tile draw, there's ways to get the wild tiles, so you can get what you need if you really.
So maybe you get a few less points in that regard because a wild tile versus the.
I didn't get a tile I needed for that top row. I had 4 points there. I got a 4-point tile. Then there, we're tied. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So little things could have made a difference, but
yeah.
Hey, it was fun.
Yeah, I think it's really solid for what it is. Benjamin says the 6th round must still be pretty crowded at 4 players since there's only one more city. Not sure about the open gates. I feel there's already a city tile advantage of getting there first. And there's debate on whether or not to play with the open gates or not. Honestly, whatever fits your group.
Yeah, with 4 players, you add another city, right?
Yeah.
8 more spots.
Yeah, so
there's 8 more.
There's 8 more right there.
And we each had at the end of the game 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 6, 7, 9. Yeah, we each, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we each had at least 10 people.
Here, these are the extra assignment tiles that weren't in the game, and we just used them to cover up that space.
Yeah.
So those are the ones that weren't in the game.
What you do?
Yeah. So this one here, add an extra helper.
Anywhere you want, yeah.
Anywhere, which is really, really nice, right? And then end-game scoring for...
like this is basically the same as we had where dudes out on the map, 2 points for dudes, and these are 4 points for being in different city spots.
Yeah.
Right.
So Edward
book
wasn't in
track
that one.
and right there you
or
go.
whatever.
So
yeah,
I don't feel. I mean, it's enough to keep it a little bit fresh, but I don't think it's going to be significant one way or the other. This one, if this comes out early, can have a significant impact on the game and can make them very much more asymmetric. If it comes out later, it's usually just some amount of points, especially if the tile that we had there, for a helper, then it's just whatever. Yeah.
I'm curious whether I'm not sure I want to try this with 4 players. I think I might. Last time I played this was 3, and I played this. So this is my 4th play, and I don't remember what it was previously, but I feel like 3 is a good number. It's quick enough. The turns come back to you quick enough that I feel like this feels right.
Don't know that the 4th player would add too much.
It probably is going to add. It's going to slow things down, right? It's going to add to the length that I don't know that I want to play this at 4. 2, I've heard is good.
Yeah.
And
that's interesting to have 2 dice out there, one or the other. Those are yours, right?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It is.
I tried
so,
that.
oh wow, if there's a 1 or a 6 out there, right?
And they say for 2 that the wiping the city tiles every round is very important because something might just get stuck there.
Right. So, and the other ones were the private messages, which are flipping the assignment tiles. I don't know that adds anything to the game.
Yeah.
Honestly, it makes it harder, but I don't know that it adds.
I don't think I would enjoy that because one of the things I like about being able to evaluate the dice that are out there is thinking, okay, there are a couple assignments I might want to take. If I do them, I probably will do them later in the round.
Right.
So let me see what I get first. Having to rush to take something that might not actually be necessary later feels like it's punishing for no reason.
That doesn't need to. Exactly. And you're talking to folks that enjoy making harder, tougher games. And I don't think it really adds anything to it. All right, so there you go. That's Signorie, What's Your Game? So thanks to the folks at What's Your Game for the review copy. Veronica, Mariano, Nuno, Paulo. See you guys in a couple months at LyriaCon. Thanks to these guys for playing.
Thanks for having me.
Spending the evening. Thanks for everybody watching at home. And thanks to all the patrons who help make all of this possible. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the thumb. I'll be honest, I don't care what direction you hit it. Just hit it. It helps. Subscribe. That helps you guys. It helps us. Everyone drives home in a Cadillac per se. And if you do want to join the herd and support the show there, you can go to pledgehc.com and do so. Definitely would appreciate it if you think the show is worth $1 or $2. There you go. That's it. Be back in a couple days with Maracaibo, which is going to be really interesting endgame roundtable discussion, I have a feeling. That's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so we'll see you guys on Friday. Until then, be nice to one another. Have fun gaming. Take care, everybody. I'm Edward.
I'm Chris.
Shrey.
All right, have a great night, guys. Take care. Yeah,
Good.
I think that played perfect for the length, right? It did what it
I'm glad we did the 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 6 rounds, it definitely felt better than the 7. The 7 just, it's better at 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.